What's going on, everybody?
What's going on?
What's happening?
First intro. Look at that.
Yeah, not bad, huh?
First of many. I think it went great.
What's funny is the very last second,
awesome.
I forgot that I turned it on a loop, and so I almost started back over again. So the last second, I said, "Oh shit!"
Your 3-hour intro.
Yeah, we just let it roll for like 30 minutes, then we'll start.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, this is our first episode of our new series. It was 1970 to 2020. Everybody's top 5 movies for every 5 years. This one's 2016 to 2020. So, not much deeper than that, guys. This is just a chance for us to talk about our favorite movies. Everybody kind of, the surprise of everybody, see what everybody picks. That's I love top 5s, top 10s. It's not my favorite thing. So, we all thought this would be a great idea to, do a series in. But, I don't do the go around, everybody say something about yourself. I hate that shit. I'm not going to do that. Everybody knows everybody here. So, but has anybody got anything to say? We like movies.
Right.
So y'all got anything to say? Anything coming up? Anything interesting that y'all want to talk about before we get started?
No. I'll be doing this.
Yeah, this is what we've had going on for 2 weeks now planning.
Yeah.
Goddamn, they ain't even started yet. Already got the naked bots.
Yeah.
So we'll see who's in the stream, and we'll get rolling here in just a minute. What's up, Rob? Says, hell yeah, Pops, you the man. Appreciate it, buddy. Sid Eubank says, what's up, Pops? Hollow Note says, what's going on, gentlemen?
What's up, Holland?
Said hey to Holland.
What's up, Rob?
And hey back. Dirt Brian Brad, Mr. Ordinary, what's up? It's Dr. Ordinary to you.
Right.
Listen, be called Mr.
I didn't spend 14 years in evil doctor school to be called Mr. Ordinary.
So, but yeah, guys, we'll get started here in just a minute. Let a few more people kind of roll in here. But yeah, this was harder than I thought it was going to be. I think I started off with like 34 movies.
Hell yeah.
When I went through the years, it's a shitload of movies released every year. More than I realized. So yeah, it was challenging for sure. Did you guys have a problem coming up with y'all's?
Yeah.
Well, those years,
man, I'm a professional.
2020 and 2016. I'm just, I watch so much old shit,
Yes, mate.
It's kind of hard to. But once I got to digging, I was like, damn, I had like 24. I had to cut down to 5.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, this is
There was a lot more
deal.
than I expected, especially for this bracket.
Yeah, I'm sure, Ryan, you're going to see that how much work goes into this shit. It's not just Brian over there just rolls right off the top of his head. The rest of us, the humans, we have to actually do research and pull shit. Write shit.
Yeah, we
down.
probably all got pages of notes, and Brian's just sitting there going, what's
Brian
talk?
pulled his title
No.
5 minutes before the stream
Right.
started.
No.
I feel like I was back in high school.
I enjoyed this one because the
Taking
third
notes and shit.
cameraman on the second scene was named
Yeah.
Dave.
No, I'm always looking for hidden gems. I'm always looking for shit I missed. So I watch
Right.
a lot of
That's-
obscure trash. So this is my kind of deal. And Alan had this idea. I was like, it's perfect because there's a ton of shit that people missed. I know Brian sees fucking everything too. So Brian's going to have some interesting pulls. I'm positive. So
Yeah, what I'm most excited about is to see what you guys pulled. That's what I've been curious about all fucking week is wondering what you guys are going to pull. Because I feel like Dirk is going to pull some totally different shit than what I pull. And it's, I don't know. And it'll be fun to kind of go back and rewatch this and write down some titles of shit I want to watch maybe I've never seen.
Right.
So
Yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to, too.
Yeah.
And guys, just so y'all know, we were talking earlier about this. When we get to the end of this, we're going to try to do 2 of these a month until we get that down to 1970. And then we're going to, whatever movies we pick throughout all the streams, we're going to pick 5 of our favorites out of that. And we're going to do one last stream after that. So that's kind of the plan. So y'all get ready for that. That should be real challenging. All my favorite movies, got to pick a top 5. It's going to be hard. All right, Rob says, I stand corrected, good doctor. Anthony said, what's up, Anthony? I appreciate the shout out in your last video, man. So that was a good one. Rob says, hey to Anthony. What's going on, Tony?
Tony, what's up, man?
Appreciate you being here, buddy. Hey to Rob, hey to Tony. Everybody saying hey. Well, guys, I guess, there's no reason why we can't go on and get started. I I guess we're gonna go just the order we're in. So Dirk, you the lucky man. You get to go first. Now, do you guys want me to go full screen on your picks? What do y'all think?
Sure, yeah. Let's do that.
All right.
Yeah,
However y'all
probably,
want
yeah.
to do it.
Well, Dirk, you are on the clock, sir.
All right. All right. Well, my number 5 pick is The Dark and the Wicked. 20 came out in 2020. Written and directed by Brian Bertino. Man, that movie, it's crazy because the budget was only $422,000, but it's like, man, it's a very dark. It's like shot in Texas, and it was shot on the director's family farm, but it's a genuine scary movie, in my opinion. It's the same director that did The Strangers, but I feel like this is a lot better than The Strangers. But dark atmosphere. I mean, one of my favorite lines is in the movie. I'm not spoiling the movie or nothing, but one of the favorite lines is they're non-believers. They don't believe in anything. So he's like, I got to read it. My bad. I can't memorize it, but he says, do you think a wolf cares if you believe he's a wolf if he finds you alone in the woods? And that's what the preacher's saying, or the priest or whatever saying to him. But it's like, it kind of sets the whole tone of the whole movie. It's just, it's a great movie, man. It's, I'll name some of the people that's in it. Louise Straker. Oh, that's the characters. My bad. Yeah. Louis Straker, Michael Straker. Well, my bad, man. Louise Straker is Marin Ireland. She's the daughter. And these and the son is Michael Straker. Let's see. No, I'm screwing that all up, man. I got my notes all screwed up. Damn it.
That's
We've
all
got
good.
Xander Berkeley as the priest. Julie Oliver Touchstone is the mom. And that's something else. The mom's telling them that they shouldn't have came. She tells them that like a lot. in the movie.
Her own kids, you know.
Yeah. She's telling them they shouldn't have came, and then she keeps telling them to go home, and they're not listening to her. But
Yeah. They're
I'm
there
gonna
to
leave
take
it
care
there.
of they're there to take care of the sick father, if I remember right.
yeah.
Yeah.
But it's a good mix of like supernatural horror with psychological thriller, you know. But that's my number 5 pick, man. And
Yeah,
That's
that's
awesome,
a hell of a gem too. I think it's
Yeah.
on Shudder. It's RLJE title, but you can
Yeah.
get the Blu-ray for next to nothing. You know, pretty much anywhere. It's a good one to pick up if you haven't seen it.
right.
I haven't seen. I've checked that one out.
Yeah.
That is a hell of a
Dark
quote.
The Dark and the Wicked. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's definitely on my watch list.
Let me get my fucking pen out. I'm gonna need it tonight.
Right? I was just thinking the same thing.
But for it to be, you know, I was tripped out on the budget. I was like, damn, because the cinematography, man, is
Oh, it's really it's
the
killer.
wide shots and
I watched it in when this stream. It's one of the movies I watched for this stream. I thought it was going to be definitely going to be a contender.
yeah. I put it. I mean, it goes with the best of them. It's a scary movie. Genuinely.
Yeah.
It puts me in mind of that. Did anybody see the Grudge remake that came out
Yeah.
during this span?
Yeah. Oh
It
yeah.
puts you in mind of that. Real dark, not what you expect, like the Grudge remake to be, but it puts you in mind of that. Real sinister, ominous kind of movie.
There's a couple of shots that you got to be paying close attention. But when you see it, it's like, damn, holy shit. And it's like I said, it's on a farm. It's dark as hell.
Yeah.
Crazy.
It's
shit.
the dark and the wicked for a reason.
Yeah.
I'll write it down. I'm gonna check it out. Let's go ahead and start it off, Dirk. All right, Dr. Ordinary. What you got for
So
us, buddy?
my number 5 pick will probably be the only one that might throw Alan for a loop a little bit because he's probably got the rest of mine pegged down. But it was a movie that came out. It was delayed supposed to be out in 2019, came out in 2020, and it sort of flew under the radar a little bit because of COVID. It was a Blumhouse production that Jason Blum was really proud of, and I don't think it did as well as they expected it to, but it was called The Hunt.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's a great movie. It's like a psychological thriller. It's kind of like got that old idea of, man hunting men, but it's got a lot of really good twists in it. It's a director that, doesn't do, I think the theme of all my picks are, for the most part, directors that aren't really well known. And I don't know, just kind of, I think it's been refreshing to see some like new blood out there, but I don't know, this movie, there's a couple opening scenes that it's been a while since I've sort of been caught off guard by a movie, and this was one of them. Hilary Swank's pretty much the only big name in it that anybody would recognize.
Yeah.
Pretty low budget for a major flick, but I thought it was fantastic.
Oh yeah, The Hunt. Yeah.
Now that was The Hunt with the H, right? Just want to check that.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
It was actually.
I was like, hold on, this ain't the X-rated stream. Hold on.
It was one I was looking at. It was one I was looking
Enunciate.
at.
NT. Tentacles. NT.
And we actually watched that one in the movie room with the wives when it came out.
Yes, we did. Yep. Yeah.
It's an
a good
awesome
one.
satire. I mean, I love that.
Oh,
movie.
yeah.
I thought it was great.
Yeah, when it started, it's like, holy
Yeah,
shit,
I
who's
mean-
going to be left to be in the movie?
Yeah.
Right.
It's great, man.
And what I like
Yeah,
about that movie is it was great because it does have a lot of, and I don't get into all the political crap, but
Yeah.
it's in that movie, but it's buried so that it's not in your face about it. Yeah, I
Yeah.
just got mine in the mail, Brian.
Hell yeah.
They don't rub your face in like the undertones of it, but it's there,
Yeah.
which in a way it makes the movie good.
Yeah, both sides get it too. I think both
Right,
sides
exactly,
get it.
yeah.
It's a lot of fun, man. I was totally blown away by it in the theater.
I like Ike Barinholtz in there.
Yeah,
I'll be right back, y'all.
I don't know.
Betty Gilpin in it. She's awesome in it.
Oh yeah.
Everything
Yep.
she does is great in it.
yeah. Emma Roberts with yoga pants.
Yeah.
So we'll move on to Brad live from the Red Room.
Well,
And his
you've
brothel
you've done something here. You changed. If you go back to all of us, like is it just my shit that where it's all zoomed in, or
Oh, you
I don't know if
changed the layout.
you changed the layout? Okay. All right. Well, my number 5. I'm glad Dirk went to get a drink or whatever because it's Hereditary.
I'm here.
Number 5. I'm a huge fan of this movie. I saw it in theaters. I'll tell anybody that listens, this is one of the best horror movies ever made. And
Hell yeah.
there's few movies where I think they're not overrated. This is one that isn't. I don't care. I could see people really climbing a tower about this movie and going nuts because it is that good. It brings that much to it. It's Ari Aster movie. He's made 2 movies now. He's going to be making a third. He made Midsommar, and he's going to be making that. He made like a 3-hour movie with Joaquin Phoenix, I guess. That's coming out. But
That's gonna be his comedy.
yeah, I don't know what the hell it's going to be. It's strange, but this is, to me, it's one of those movies that's infinitely rewatchable because there's so much shit going on in the background that you pick up as you go along.
Right.
If you're familiar with this movie, it's about, it's almost a folk horror. I mean, it's a blend of genre, supernatural, but there's a lot of things that are getting set up as the movie goes on. And if you follow it closely and on your rewatch, you can see a lot in the background that you didn't notice before. And the main thing I would tell you is Toni Collette, the star.
Oh hell yeah.
It's a insanely, good performance is not the
Oh,
word.
yeah.
An all-time great performance
Right.
from her. There are some. I do have some cons with it myself, but Toni Collette alone, just seeing her performance is worth it. She should have been nominated for everything at least, just on her performance. She does so good in it, and I believe her 100%. I love Gabriel Byrne in it, which is it's weird that he's in there because he's in his 70s and she's like 40, his wife in the movie.
Yeah.
But Gabriel Byrne, Toni Collette's character can't get a word out edgewise without him going, "No, this is crazy. I'm not participating in it. Shut up." He's
Yeah.
constantly coming down her throat, as a husband would if your wife was saying some insane, crazy, like satanic cult stuff that she's telling him. He's not buying it at all. He's not interested in it, and he goes to the point where he's talking about turning her in, calling the police. He doesn't believe her for one bit. But like I said, there are some cons with it. There's some eye roll moments with it. You've really got to suspend your disbelief. The setups and all that stuff. They had to go to some extreme measures to make the story work. So that kind of thing. I don't want to get into huge spoilers, or any real spoilers, but a big con for me is the kid actor in it. He's been in a lot of stuff. I don't know. I don't remember the guy's name. I don't want to know his name.
Really?
I think he sucks. I think he's horrible. I didn't believe him at all. And he's the whiniest 17-year-old kid in history. Like all he does is just sob endlessly about everything. He's scared like a little kid. Like they're,
Well, shit.
He acts like he's 5, but he's 17. That's my biggest issue with it.
Right.
But like I said, you cannot go wrong with this. I'm all about rewatchability, and you won't find too many horror movies that are more rewatchable than Hereditary. But you can pick up this 4K for next to nothing. I think it's like $17 on Amazon. You won't get a slip, but who gives a fuck? Grab it, check it out, and you can get the Blu-ray for $4 or $5.
Yeah.
So if you haven't seen this one, slap yourself and buy a copy.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And see, I'm still, what the hell? Okay. I forgot to show my the damn release, man. Here it is. Here's Dark and Wicked, man.
Yeah.
Okay, I've seen that cover.
Now,
Yeah.
All right.
are we doing? What's up?
I've seen it on Shudder. I just never watched that. I need to check it out.
Yeah, you can get that on Hamilton Book for $5, literally, and it'll probably still come with a slip. And
Really?
it's well worth it, man. It's a winner, man, all day.
Yeah, man. You know how Alan, you talk about naked people smiling?
Yeah.
There's a little bit of that shit in there.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, something about a motherfucker smiling in a horror movie gets me. That movie Smile coming out. That trailer's like, what the hell, man?
The smiling guy in this every time.
Yeah.
kills
He's
me.
right. Exactly.
That naked bitch in the closet or whatever, the corner of the dark room, butt ass naked
in the
smiling.
corner of the room.
Dude, that fucked me
At the
for a
funeral.
long time. I go into a room, I'm turning the light on for a while after that movie.
At the funeral, the little girl looks over.
And I watch a shitload of horror movies, and most don't fuck with me. That one did. So
him grinning at the funeral, man, every time it kills me. And then of course later, same thing happens. But
Before we go on though, I thought we were starting on the year 2020 and going back from there. Or are we just doing?
It's anything in the span.
Yeah.
anything in the span, we're doing our top
I had
five. Our five
I had
to
asked
our
Alan
number
the
one
same
favorite.
question, Brian.
Shit, I just did one per year, one movie out of each year.
Oh,
That's what I
shit.
did.
Yeah, I had to ask
Oh,
too.
shit.
I mean, it still worked. It still worked.
Yeah, it still works, but okay.
You can shuffle them. You can shuffle them around and put them in
Yeah, you can
order.
shuffle them like
from
how you
worst
wanna
to
rank
first.
Or we could take a station break if you want to go regroup.
No, I'm fine with what I
Why
told.
don't we go through the comments while Brian readjusts his list for
I'm not readjusting my list. I'm good.
Well, I mean, the order at least.
Or put the
You know,
order
They don't have to
you
be
want 'em to go.
chronological. They
Yeah.
could be by your favorite. To
Yeah.
least favorite to favorite of the 5.
All right, Brian, you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay.
All right, so my pick for 2020 is, I guess it'll be my number 5 as well. Vivarium.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
I really liked this movie when I first saw it. It was back, we were in lockdown and, COVID lockdown pretty much. Everything was, there was no theaters anymore and everything was like streaming. And so this is one of the movies that came on streaming that I really enjoyed back in that time. And Imogen Poots and Jesse Eisenberg both shine really well in this movie. Yeah, Poots. But basically, the plot of this movie is kind of crazy. This couple, they want to buy a house or whatever, and they meet this real estate guy who's really off, and they put these guys in this kind of subdivision where every house looks the exact same, and when they try to leave the house just to go anywhere, they can't. it's kind of like a labyrinth, and every house looks the same, and they can't get out of it. And then all of a sudden, she ends up being pregnant, and they end up having to take care of this like alien baby child that comes out of her. Like she gets pregnant, and then like has the baby within like a week or something like that. It's insane.
Damn.
And then
it's a great flick. It really messes with your mind. It
really does. Like, and then like the kid grows up super fast, and he's really annoying and really weird.
And you feel like it should be slow, but you're like glued to it because you can't, because not a whole lot is happening, but you can't not watch it because it's so damn, because you want to know what the hell happens.
Yeah, and I feel like there's a lot of like deep meanings in here, like the satire of like American life, pretty much. Dug in here too. I'm not sure who the director is on this. Someone named Lorgan Finnegan. Never heard of them, but yeah, it's like one of those Saban films, Lionsgate films type thing. So I really enjoyed it.
Yeah. I wrote it down. I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah, check it out, man. Even if you don't like Jesse Eisenberg, I know he can be annoying as shit, but
he's okay. I don't mind him. He's in Zombieland and stuff.
Yeah. Social Network.
Right.
But, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what else to say about Vivarium, but yeah.
Well, he has the same face in the Social Network. It's like he's about to invent Facebook on that cover there.
Yeah.
So, well, Brian, we're trying to work out the kinks of this first video. We'll get it right the next time around, man.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought
you're good.
Yeah, I kind of shit the bed on my first deal. I didn't pull the damn title up. Show it.
All right, I guess I'll show mine. All right, so with my number 5 pick, this movie came out January 10th, 2020, and I seen this one in theaters. It's one of the last movies I seen in theaters before COVID hit, and I was an instant fan. This movie is very unique how it's made. It's a movie made by Sam Mendes, and it's 1917.
Okay.
And this movie here is very unique. It looks like the entire movie is one continuous shot. There was a handful of takes in the movie, or a handful of edits in the movie, but they do all the edits like when the characters are not on screen. It's like when they're going through like a dark part or whatever. But the longest continuous shot is like 8.5 minutes, which that's a lot for a movie.
Yeah.
But Sam Mendes, his grandfather was in World War I, and all the inspiration for this and the facts of this movie came from his grandfather. His grandfather was actually in World War I. So there's a good special feature on this that I can't remember if it's on this or I watched it on something else. But there is a feature out there where they're interviewing the director, Sam Mendes, and he's really talking to his grandfather about all of his accounts. It's pretty interesting. But this stars Dean Charles Chapman, which you probably know him from Game of Thrones, and George McKay. I didn't really know him from anything else, and a guy named Daniel Mays. But this is a intense ass war movie. If you like war movies, this is a damn good one. It's one of my favorites. I was an instant fan when I seen this. So that's my number 5 pick.
Hell yeah, I'm gonna have to check it out. I've skipped
that was
that.
great. You're
Right,
glued to it from
to
start
check
to
it.
finish too.
Yeah, when this starts, man, it's like you don't take your eyes off the screen because it's like I see you don't get time to breathe. It's a continuous shot the whole
really
time.
is.
These two guys are basically traveling across enemy lines, trying to warn this big battle that's fixing to happen, trying to warn this brigade not to do it, trying to save hundreds of lives, and they're going through shit they shouldn't be going through, just 2 of them, and you're basically right there with them, and they make you feel like you're right there with them the whole time. It's shot amazingly well. It's like nothing I've ever seen.
That's World War One.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
So it's a fantastic movie, and there's some scenes in this that just take your damn breath away, man. It's it's intense.
Oh yeah.
So-
Same director of American Beauty too.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, shit. I'm definitely gonna check that one out. 1917.
All right.
This stream is going to put the PM industry back in black.
I also forgot to mention, I wrote this down for every movie if anybody cares. It had a $95 million budget, made $159 million in the U.S. because you got to remember COVID hit, and it made $384 million worldwide, so it was a hit. But I think it would have done better if it had been a different year.
Yeah.
So
Without a doubt.
So we will get caught up on the chat, then we'll go do our round 4. All right, where do we leave off at here? And we got 17
funny
people
how
watching now,
COVID
guys.
worked. It was funny how COVID worked with the movies. Some movies did way better than they would have normally because of COVID. Like there was a movie called Unhinged with Russell Crowe.
Yeah.
They made all kinds of money
that's
on
a
that
great movie.
It was really good, but it was the only movie that you could go see at the time. You know, so a bunch of people went and saw it. And then it's a movie that would have just got buried by Star Wars or whatever.
Right. Yeah.
I think I always go to the movies with Not Ordinary. Me and him, and if it's a scary movie, then we go. If it's not, then the wives go. But I think we've seen Bad Boys 2, The Invisible Man.
Invisible
Bad Boys 3.
Yeah, and Bad Boys 3. Those were the 3 last ones before. All right. Do the chat here real fast. Holland said that last one is going to be a doozy. 4 guys just going to yell at Pops for picking Armageddon. You all have his address. Yeah, wait till we get to the Armageddon year. We'll talk about it. All right. Tony says, I enjoy The Dark and the Wicked. Yeah, I'm going to definitely check that out. I got to show love in both chats. Gotcha. Appreciate that.
Thanks, Rob.
Yeah. All right. Rob Romano says that wolf saying is legit. Going to use that when the zombie apocalypse happens. Sweet Dirt. Dirt got me interested. What's up, X-Teams? How's it going, gents?
How's it going?
What's up, Chris?
I got my notes going, says Anthony. Sydney, the Hunt was a pretty good movie. Yeah, I liked it. The Hunt definitely poked fun at both sides. I enjoyed it quite a bit. Hereditary is a scary-ass movie, says Sydney Eubanks.
Yeah.
And Sydney says, I enjoy Hereditary more than the Witch A24 movie.
I can see that.
Yeah, I like them both. But
they're both good, but Hereditary sneaks out on it.
Our thing said, between Hereditary and My Friend Dahmer, I want to see that Alex Wolf kid more horror. Yeah, so does Brad.
I mean, I got something. I got something to say about that.
My issue with it is if you want your kid, it's the direction. He did what he was told, but it's just like no 17-year-old will be just sobbing uncontrollably like that the whole fucking movie.
Well,
most
17-year-old, I'll take the spawn of the fucking devil and chopped off their kid's head or their sister's head with a fucking telephone pole.
That was his,
he needs to suck it up.
Yeah, it just was it was weird to me. I was just like, Jesus, what is going on?
That kid was also in that movie Old, wasn't he? The not Shyamalan movie.
He's put in a lot of stuff. It put me in mind of AJ from The Sopranos.
I liked him in Big. I liked him.
You just wanted to fucking punch him in the face.
You just want to slap him, right? Exactly. Man, he was possession like a man.
He was like a Nickelodeon actor, I believe, back in the day when he was younger.
It's not he didn't do a good job. It's just what they had him doing to me didn't make any sense.
He's a method actor. He was in Pig though. I like him.
Pig, all kinds of shit.
It's funny. So I saw a document. Well, it's a behind the scenes about Hereditary, and apparently he's like a young Daniel Day-Lewis. Like he does straight method acting, and in that scene where he hits his head on the table, he really did that apparently. And like that was really him bleeding. Was bleeding from his knee. Like he stays really in character. So I think it's really like Brad said, it's more the direction and not really so much him. But he was annoying.
Yeah, there's a couple parts. He is kind of a little crybaby, a little bit.
I mean, Toni Collette is losing her damn mind. I get that. I mean, that makes perfect sense. But this kid, it's just, I don't know. She's experienced it more than him. And yeah, he's having visions later on. But I'm talking like anything. I don't know. The kid bothered me the whole movie.
Yeah, I just feel like if I had, ripped my sister's head off, I could handle it better.
Yeah, I would have. I'd have handled it a lot different.
Right. I'd be like, well, she lived a good life. You know what I'm saying?
All right, moving on. Chris C says, yo, everybody, how are we all doing tonight? Doing good?
Good.
Everybody saying hey to Chris. Everybody saying hey. All right, Tony says, what he saw was shocking.
Yeah.
Yeah. Brad, how dare you hating on that kid? Say, what if he's a puss? Holland said, yep, the mole kid sucked, and the mole kid. And we're casting because he doesn't look the age he's portraying, not even close. The mole kid.
On the other hand, David Byrne, the whole time, is just going, stop this. Shut up. Stop it. It's just, I don't know. The contrast, all that stuff. We already have somebody going hysteria. Him being so over the top, like upset, I think kind of draws away from Toni Collette, who's actually acting, and a lot more believable, I thought.
Chris said, just watch the whole critical drinkers take on the WB cancel Batgirl situation. Have to admit, a lot of his points I agree with. Yeah, I haven't watched that yet. Chris, I have Hereditary and Midsommar on Blu-ray. I have a few A24 titles on Blu-ray. I love that film company. Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're good.
All right, Chris, Midsommar messed with me big time, and I saw that in the theater. I love that movie.
I feel like A24 has kind of beat the shit out of Blumhouse the past couple of years, but Blumhouse trying to come back on them a little bit, you know.
They are. Blumhouse had a couple of bombs in there, and A24 were definitely making a move for it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, what was the last big Blumhouse movie?
Black Phone.
Black
Hills?
Phone.
Okay, Black
yeah,
Phone.
probably
Yeah,
Black Phone.
that was a good one.
But they didn't have much before that.
Yeah.
I liked Freaky.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is that Vince
Yeah.
Vaughn?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched that on stream.
Yeah.
That was pretty good.
It wasn't bad at all. No, the kills are
It was
brutal.
I wasn't expecting much. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
All right, Chris says, good choice, Brian, for Vivarium. Still need to see that, by the way.
Chris.
All right, anything with a cult theme is pretty creepy because it's so real to life. Yep,
Yeah.
I can agree. 1917, great movie. Appreciate it, Sydney. I heard 1917 has a great 4K transfer. Yes, I didn't mention that, but it does. It looks great on 4K. And it sounds really good with a good sound system. It sounds really good. 1917 was an awesome theater experience. Yeah, that's a movie that you definitely want to see in theaters. If you were able to back in the day, it was a good theater experience for sure. That was Crow's best part. I've seen from him in years.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Unhinged.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, Russell
Yeah.
Crowe.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's bonkers in that shit.
Right,
Yeah, Unhinged was great. I was rooting for Russell Crowe's character.
right.
You were rooting for him to kill that little boy? Damn, Anthony.
Listen, if you drove
Well,
into traffic, we had to drive in. You'd be right there with him.
Yeah.
It's like falling down with Russell Crowe.
Oh, what a great movie!
Yeah.
I
I'm
love
sorry,
Falling
sir.
Down.
It's 10:31. We're no longer serving breakfast.
Look at this miserable squash thing. All right, what's up, Holland? Alive is one of my favorites for 2020.
Alive.
Hashtag Alive. Yeah, I think I had that movie back there. All right, with what WB is doing and what I've seen with the Targets and Walmarts, my Blu-ray collection has definitely gotten a lot bigger over the last few years. I think he's talking about. I heard something today that HBO Max is basically getting taken over by Discover, the Discover network.
And they're merging. Yeah,
AT&T is merging some of their stuff with a Discovery, and they're going to have a new streaming service where it's going to be combined Discovery's
it'll
TV
be one
stuff,
big streaming. Yeah.
yeah, and the movies from HBO and DC and all that stuff.
I can't keep up with all this news about streaming networks and rights and all this stuff. Like Jesus Christ.
No.
AT&T wanted to dump a lot of their debt off in the deal, so it worked for them.
Fuck AT&T.
Let me watch fucking TV already.
All right. What's that? Posey is
Possessor.
Possessor.
Yeah.
Possessor.
That was pretty
Okay,
good.
it's very good by
David
the way.
Cronenberg's
Cronenberg's
son,
son did that movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
I watched that.
That's a
in
trippy
the last
ass
year, I
movie.
think.
It was
Cronenberg, excuse me. What's up, Coco?
Come on,
He
Coco.
Appreciate you
definitely-
being here.
he
Thank you for
definitely
letting us
took from his
borrow your
dad.
guy for a little while.
Yep.
Coco.
Chris says Tony is a great actress. Yes, she really is.
Oh yeah.
All right, Video Man and Gizmo. I said that right. I like 1917, but I just think it felt too shallow. Like I did not grab any one of the characters. They thought too much of the they thought too much of the cinematography style. Yeah, I don't know. I loved it. I thought it was good. Like I said, it was intense the whole way through. And when it was over with, I was wore out. I thought they did a good job with it. Our Sydney says, Killing of a Sacred Deer is one of my favorite movies, bizarre to the fullest.
Oh,
Yeah, I
hell
have that
yeah.
one back there, but I have not watched it yet, but I do want
That
to know.
movie breaks down. It goes all the way nuts.
Alan, does the title on the spine fuck you up? Is it upside down?
I haven't put it on the shelf yet because I'm out of fucking shelf space. It says stacked with a pile behind my thing, so I'll tell you when I get it on the
But now
shelf.
you just gave him some anxiety to worry about for the next 4 months.
I'd put it on the shelf and check it out after the stream. All right. Too little about the characters, so I felt off, but a good movie. Talking about 1917. All right, that mom is unhinged and was annoying as hell. That mom in Unhinged was annoying as hell.
Yeah. Get your shit together, lady. Jesus.
Right.
I thought the whole time I'm in the theater just going, God damn, this is I think I dated this broad. Get your life together. God.
It's not like you snapped your sister's head off in the car.
Right. Yeah.
All right, gore forever is a physical media forever. Yeah, I agree.
What's up,
What's
Chuck?
going on, Kim? So what's up, y'all? I love it too, City. My favorite Yorgas.
The director of Killing of a Sacred Deer.
Okay.
All right, what's up, mid-level media? All right, that upside down spine has bothered me since I bought it. Yeah, it's bothered me now, and I ain't fucking seen it yet. Thanks, Brian. Coco said, "Thank you for the big box of goodies, Dirk. Much appreciated."
Oh yeah, no problem. Thank y'all.
So,
Yeah.
Brian, I still want to be part of that stream when you eat the devil's toe there.
Oh, yeah.
Devil's
Yeah.
toenail, whatever it's called.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it'll just be one of our random nights.
Set,
All right,
set
that'll
that
work.
ass on fire.
I never answered you last show. Yes, I'm the one that sent Johnny the Dick Sleeve edition from Norway. I am working and have you in the background. Awesome, man. Yeah, that's some cool shit. All right, Sidney said Russell Crowe was sadistic as hell and unhinged. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anderson, hey to Ken. And we are caught up, guys, so we will move on to the next round. Dirk, you ready to roll? Your fourth pick?
Yeah. Yep. Be my fourth pick. It's gonna be The Conjuring 2 from 2016.
Oh, great movie.
James Wan.
Yeah.
Nice.
It had a $40 million budget, and it made $321 million. Man, I feel like it's just as good as the first one. A lot of people like it better than the first, but this one, I mean, it right out the gate, the shit starts happening. You know, the scares, it don't let up. You know, all the way through. One of the creepiest demon villains, I'd say, in movie history, Valak. Is played by Bonnie Aarons. Y'all know, Patrick Wilson's Ed and Vera Farmiga's Lorraine Warren. But yeah, man, it had to make my top four. I mean, number 4. It's the infield poltergeist. It's one of the most documented poltergeist cases ever. So, whether you believe the Ed and Lorraine story or whatever, there's a lot of people that can verify things that happen besides Ed and Lorraine. But yeah, that's a hell of a flick, man. That's my number 4.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Good pick. I love that movie, but number 1 still edges out to me a little bit. I like 1 a lot better.
Yeah.
But on
Yeah.
that one,
I
that's
like
still a
that
solid
whole
sequel.
I like their whole story too. She that died just recently, not too long ago, last year maybe.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Lorraine
yeah.
Warren. Yeah, I
Yeah.
see this guy on YouTube. Have you seen that? He takes care of all their Ed and Lorraine stuff, all the Annabelle doll and all that shit.
He could keep it there.
And he's on YouTube and shit. The real Annabelle doll is like looks like a Raggedy Ann doll.
Yeah, it's a Raggedy Ann, doll.
Right.
But he's on YouTube if you want to check that shit out.
The motherfucker, I hope it's in concrete.
I know he's jacking around. But he said the damn thing came up missing. It was out of the case and shit. He was filming the shit. I was like, what the hell?
Not only is my ass not going to be in the house with that room full of creepy shit they got, if I got kids, it's like, don't go in the room, you'll get possessed. I mean, how fucked up is that?
Just to fuck with Alan, I would mortgage my house to buy that thing and play the world's worst Elf on the Shelf in his house.
Right.
That bitch would be in his bathroom one night, in his bed the next.
Yeah. Now, me and that thing would be the same house very long.
But those shots in that movie, man, it's insane. They had to make that, they had to build that house, and it's everything, sound design, all that shit. But I mean, 40 million, I guess you can do a lot of shit too.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, part one made a ton, so they had plenty of money to work with. All right, we will go on to you, Dr. Ordinary.
All right, so my number 4 pick is kind of reflective of my age. So I kind of like Alan, I grew up being a Star Wars nerd, horror movie nerd, and so I was kind of a Star Wars purist. So it was weird for me to pick this one, but my number 4 is Rogue One because it's not part of the traditional Star Wars series. But there was something about this movie that just resonated with me. It came out in 2016. It was directed by a guy who was a digital artist. He hadn't really directed anything before this. I think he did the Bryan Cranston Godzilla. But just the way this story flows, and the how you feel for these guys being the downbeaten rebels, everything in it to me just resonated. And of course, then the ending. I mean, this movie came out 17 days before Carrie Fisher died. And I saw an interview with Kathleen Kennedy that she sat down with Carrie Fisher and actually showed her that scene. Now, they got a lot of crap for this because this was right when they were first taking actors and CGI them into their younger selves, and a lot of people called bogus, which I think probably was kind of a knock against the director since he was a digital artist. But Carrie Fisher actually didn't know that this was CGI. She told Kathleen Kennedy when she first watched it that she thought it was a scene that they had originally filmed and then cut. She didn't realize that it was completely CGI'd. Just, I don't know, everything about it. And then the military scenes, like being a former military myself, all the extras that they used to reinforce the rebels. I mean, the way they talk, the way they act, the way they move was just super authentic to how things go down in the military. So there was just something about it that, and I guess to seal the deal, George Lucas himself said that he thought it was much better than The Force Awakens, which is kind of crazy.
Right.
So that's my number 4 pick.
Oh yeah,
Good
that's
pick. I ain't gonna argue with that.
DC. It's like the DC of Star Wars movies. Like I always thought.
Yeah,
that
exactly. That's a good way to put it. Yeah,
really
right.
well made.
And it was one that I went into it kind of skeptical, honestly. It's like, oh, all right, we're going to start doing this now, where we've got. I feel like it kind of set the way. I mean, obviously, because Kathleen Kennedy was involved, but it set the path for the future for Mandalorian and the Book of Boba Fett, and all these guys.
More adult themed, stories in that universe.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot less. Yeah, exactly. It was a lot more serious and a lot more, gut wrenching.
Yeah, we got to do something serious. It's not going to be fun.
Right.
These people are blowing shit up. It's real.
Right. Yeah, and people are dying, like actually dying here. Yeah.
They're blowing planets up. We got to do something to stop this. We may
and
not.
all that being said, the final scene with Darth Vader, I turned into a 12-year-old kid again. That final scene with Darth Vader, yeah.
Oh, the whole last 10 minutes of that movie, I just.
Yeah, that was an awesome movie. All right, Brad, what you got for us, buddy?
Well, I don't think a lot of people have seen this one, but this is right up my alley. This is my kind of movie. It's like I said, it's a non-linear kind of weird movie, but it's Brawl on Cell Block 99. I don't know if you've seen this one.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
Definitely a gem. It's a Zoller movie. Craig S. Zoller. He's only made 3 movies. I love all 3 of them. I won't go into those, but it's written and directed by Craig Zoller. He also does the music in all of his movies to save money. You'd never know it. He produces, writes the songs, performs the songs. I think he does the craft service, makeup. I mean, anything he can do. Really great director, in my opinion. I don't know why he's not doing more. Who knows? But this movie is about a former alcoholic, ex-boxer, mid-recession, loses his job, comes home, finds his wife has been cheating on him, and they want to start over. He wants to start over with it, the financial problems. He's working all the time, he wants to start over, so he turns to crime to reinvent himself, give himself a better life. He wants to have a baby and all that stuff. So he turns to crime, and of course, he ends up in prison. Spoiler alert. He goes to prison, and it's kind of an odyssey once he's in prison to make his way to cell block 99. And of course, he's got to go through hell to get there. I won't go into details why he has to get there, but it's an awesome movie. The violence it's typical Zoller. It's got the matter of fact, crime movie dialogue. It's gritty, grimy as hell. The violence is way over the top. It's just a blast. I couldn't say enough about this. This is a very inexpensive title. This 4K is to be had for $8 to $10.
Yeah, I got mine. Or, I think same $7. Shit.
You can get it cheap as hell. The high points I point out. Don Johnson is great in this as the warden. Vince Vaughn is doing his best. Damn. Don't get me wrong. Vince Vaughn's really good, but the warden, Don Johnson is awesome in it as the warden. Yeah. Udo Kier is the creepy ass fucking lawyer. Udo Kier the only Udo Kier could have done that performance the way he did it. I really like that character. Slimy as fuck. The Korean doctor. I mean, everything about it. It's a lot of fun. The camera work to me, it kind of puts me in mind of The Wrestler, Darren Aronofsky's The Wrestler, as it's following the character the whole time. The camera's right behind, Vince Vaughn the whole movie. He has this giant cross tattooed on the back of his head. I'm sure that's got some kind of special meaning. I don't know. That's a Dirk question, but I just loved it. I couldn't tell you anything more about it without spoilers. But if you like gritty, grimy ass crime movies, find Zoller, watch his movies. They're all great. Granite Across Concrete, I'd check it out. I'd go with 4K over the Blu-ray. The Blu-ray is like $10 or $12. For some reason, this is cheaper. And I think it actually comes with the Blu-ray. So you can pick it up anywhere. If you haven't seen it, grab that one.
Hell yeah.
Great pick, man.
That's a banger for sure.
Yeah, that was on my short list.
Yeah.
All right, my man.
I always thought that was interesting. That that Craig Zoller, the way he does everything and saves so much money. I mean, think about what music costs these days.
Right.
And has anybody ever seen what he looks like?
Yeah.
I only bring it up because he is
like Steven Seagal's hairdo, right?
He looks like he looks like is the guy from the Scary Movie 2 in the wheelchair. Look what the criminals go through.
David Cross.
That's what he looks like.
Yeah.
He's wearing
his
an I Love
Lucy
and
shit,
He's wearing an I Love Lucy t-shirt here. He's just a real weird guy, but man, he makes great movies, and I hope he does a lot more.
Yeah, man, he's top of his shit, man, and not recognized enough.
Oh yeah.
There's no way he's gonna stop there,
I hope so. I hope he keeps going.
Yeah.
Everything he's done's been great so far.
I hope he don't get too big a budget though. I hope.
Yeah.
Because a lot of these directors, man.
That's what ruins a lot of those guys.
Yeah.
Though. Yeah.
Exactly. Well, some other he did get more he did get more money each movie, and I think they're all right, and line.
Where they need to be.
Yeah, right where they need to be.
The way they came out. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And he never has trouble getting guys. If you watch his movies, he's always getting names.
Yeah, because they read that script. And
they read the script, and they're like, I mean, it's like the script is like a novel. The way you could just tell it's a book. What he's showing is a book. And I watch every interview I can find on the guy. He's got 12, 13 other books he's written, already. So he's not going to stop. He's Tarantino-like in that way, where he's a writer first, and he just happens to be good at everything else too.
That's why the dialogue is so good.
Yeah, it's killer. Yeah.
All right, we'll go on to Brian here and see what he's got for his number 4.
All right, guys. So number 4 for me. I'm jumbling my picks up a little bit here. So this is from 2017. This is 3 Billboards outside Ebbing, Missouri.
Okay.
With, Frances McDormand, Sam Rockwell, and Woody Harrelson.
Damn, I need to check that one out.
I've heard nothing but good things about it.
Pretty solid movie. Basically, what it's about is Frances McDormand's daughter. I think it was like 6 months or a year ago that her daughter had been raped and murdered, and nobody had found the killer. And So she's still distraught because the cops don't give a crap about it anymore, about the case, and so she wants to like make them aware again to keep on looking until they find this killer. So she puts up these billboards that say all sorts of stuff, just kind of red flagging the cops to for her to take them down and everything, because they're kind of like explicit and everything and what they say about raping her daughter and everything.
Yeah.
So she kind of gets in a feud with Sam Rockwell and Woody Harrelson, because Woody Harrelson's the chief of police and Sam Rockwell is just like a cop, just kind of like sent kind of after her. I think this is one of probably Frances McDormand's best role, I think, in my opinion. She won an Oscar for this role, and Sam Rockwell won Best Oscar for Supporting Actor in the Oscars that year.
Yeah.
Well, the 2018 Oscars it would have been. But the same director that did Seven Psychopaths and In Bruges, Martin McDonagh. So if you like those movies, I love Seven Psychopaths.
Yeah, that's great.
So I highly recommend checking this one out.
Yeah, man, I'm definitely got to check that out, because I seen a trailer for it the other day and I was like, damn, I haven't seen this shit.
Yeah, like if you watch the trailer, you might not be like too into it, just thinking about the
Well, I just seen the cast and I was like, damn, man, that does interest me.
It was nominated for Best Picture, didn't get it though, but 7 nominations it says on the disc here. But yeah, it's a solid flick all around.
Right.
And it's directed very well, and just, I don't know, awesome cast. I love all three of their performances in this.
That's a hell of a slip too, man. I like that slip.
Yeah, man. Spot gloss and shit.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Spot gloss with the mat. Hell
Yeah.
That's a great pick, man. I seen that in theaters. That was a good movie.
Mm-hmm.
All right, my number 4 pick. I guess I'll break my screen big, I guess. Make y'all suffer through it. I guess. Watch me now. All right. So this movie here was one of the most unique theater experiences I ever had. Me and my daughter went seeing this in theaters, and anybody else that has seen this in theaters is going to relate to what I'm talking about. Let's just say that we got popcorn and stuff for the movie, and for the first probably 45 minutes, we didn't even touch our popcorn because the theater was so fucking quiet, and that is of course A Quiet Place.
Yeah.
This movie here blew me away when I first seen it. John Krasinski. He's a hell of a director. I can't wait to see what he does in the future, because he's a hell of a director. Emily Blunt was fantastic in this movie.
Man,
speaking of Emily Blunt, I read something about her famous scene in the movie, the bathtub scene, when she gives birth in the bathtub, which is intense as shit. Well, she did that entire scene in one take.
Damn.
And as soon as she got done with that scene, because you've seen how intense she was in that scene, she literally got up out of the bathtub, looked at the crew, and says, "What's for lunch?" It was like no big deal. I mean, and everybody started laughing, like, what the hell? Because they were all sitting there watching this going, my God, because it was one take. So they didn't see her do it 20 times. It didn't lose its effect. They did one take, and she knocked it out of the park. And then she's asking about lunch 5 seconds later. I thought that was funny. But this movie came out August 6th of 2018. Had a $17 million budget. It made $188 million in the U.S. and $340 million worldwide. So needless to say, it got its money back. The girl in the movie is deaf in real life. She became deaf as an infant. She had an accidental medication overdose, and so like I said, them casting her, I thought she did a great job. Them casting her as being a deaf person, I thought that just added something to the movie. There was only, speaking of that, there's only 25 lines of spoken dialogue in the entire movie. The rest is sign language.
Yeah.
Damn.
And so I thought that was kind of crazy. And also, I didn't know this. John Krasinski played the creature. He did the motion capture suit for a lot of the creature stuff. I didn't realize that.
Damn.
I wrote down some notes here. Stephen King sent a message to John Krasinski to compliment him on this movie. He said, it was an extraordinary piece of work, terrific acting, but the main thing is the silence and how it makes the camera's eye open up in a way few movies can manage. So come on, when you make a movie, a new director, you get Stephen King to send you that's got to be pretty cool. So the first line of dialogue was not spoken until 38 minutes into the movie. And the entire time, the whole theater was bone quiet. I mean, nobody was eating, nobody was drinking. Anytime you try to eat a piece of popcorn, it just ricocheted. It was it was a very unique movie experience.
I went and it was packed too, man.
Yeah.
The theater. Same experience.
Yep. Everybody was
great.
there too.
What's really weird about this movie here is, go ahead. I'm sorry, Ryan. Go ahead.
I was going to say, I also remember seeing an interview with John Krasinski that he made everybody on set learn sign language specifically for that actor. Yeah.
Yes.
I thought it was cool as hell.
What's really strange about this, there's no spoken dialogue, but this movie here is funny. I've watched this in my theater with about 3 different people, and I got the surround sound, the sound system, all that shit. But you wouldn't think this movie would be one of the best movies to play in here because there's so little sound. But the sound they use in this movie is so effective to go along with the little dialogue. When sound plays, everybody that has watched this in here has all jumped and was like, holy shit, had a bunch of holy shit moments. And the fact that most of that is done just from the music, just the way they do this, the soundtrack, right, the cinematography, all that stuff. It's a very unique movie. I absolutely love it. Probably love the steelbook, by the way. That's all I'm doing there. It's badass.
That is clean.
And
that deaf girl,
great
man,
flick.
She's really deaf. You know,
the fact they casted her. I mean, she could act. They cast her being a deaf person in a movie like this. Man, it was great. I loved everything.
And she looks like John Krasinski, so that helps.
You know what's funny? I thought the same thing too. I was like, damn,
is that really his daughter? That's what I thought. Is it his niece or something? You know.
But guys, one of my favorite scenes is when they're just in the living room, everybody being quiet. They're playing the board game. They got the little crochet pieces, whatever, and they accidentally knock something over, make a noise. Just that tension, man. It's like, and up to this point, there's been no spoken lines in this movie, so everybody in the theater is just going, and it's just when that creature makes that first loud bang. Oh, it's so great. I love it. So,
shoot your pants, spill your popcorn.
Did anybody hear the rumors? I mean, there was rampant rumors that this was a tie-in to Cloverfield, like it was. They send the big monsters to the big.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
It did make sense, the way they did it. Like the big monsters would be in the big cities, and then they would send these sound monsters into the rural areas to find people. But it never materialized.
I'm glad it didn't, though.
Yeah.
Well, hang on just
I don't know how it worked.
I got a super chat, guys. Appreciate it, Kim.
But if you put J.J. Abrams and John Krasinski together for that would have been fantastic.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. No doubt. So sorry, I didn't mean to cut you guys off there. All right, mid-level media is Ken says, shout out to Sing Street, my favorite movie from 16 to 20. Check it out if y'all have never seen it. I have seen it once. It is a solid movie. It's not quite going to make my top 5, but it was a good one. I appreciate the $5, man. That's awesome.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it, but I've seen the director's other 2 movies.
It's a good movie. It's underrated.
Yeah.
All right, we'll get caught up on the chat here, guys, and we'll move on. Yeah, Brad, I didn't realize that was a potential tie-in to.
I'd heard that. Yeah, I'd heard that rumor.
And after I heard that for the first time, and then it kind of all of a sudden made sense with the 2 different monsters, because Cloverfield kind of surprised me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Did you like the second one?
The first hype movie ever, Cloverfield.
Right.
All
The
right.
second one, the Cloverfield Paradox.
Cloverfield Lane.
Yeah.
Oh, the Paradox one.
Yeah, I think that's that's what he means by the second one.
Whichever the second one was, I didn't care for it.
So, do you mean the one where they're in the bomb shelter?
I
In
think
the bunker,
so.
that's Cloverfield Lane. Yeah.
That's
Cloverfield
10
Lane.
Cloverfield Lane. Yeah.
You know that tie-in to Cloverfield
John,
was not. Yeah, John Goodman. Yeah, the tie-in with Cloverfield was done later in post. Like that wasn't they added that. It wasn't supposed to be a Cloverfield movie.
Really?
Yeah.
Yep.
John Goodman's
Now the
fantastic
Paradox
in that,
one
by the
is
way.
where they're on the space station.
Yeah.
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 I didn't care for that one too much.
I didn't either.
All right, get caught up in the chat here. Ken says, Conjuring 2, I can't decide between that and the first. Both so good.
Yeah.
Great universe. Kind of went downhill a little bit with La Llorona and stuff, but still a good universe. And Conjuring 3, well, I was a little disappointed in that one, but it was all right.
Yeah.
Sydney Eubanks said, The Conjuring 2 was okay. Robert Mono, like 1 and 2 a lot, haven't seen Conjuring 3 yet. Is it any good? Nope. I didn't think. I mean, it was okay. It was
Takes a big
takes a
drop.
big dive. Yeah.
Yeah, not the same director, not James Wan. So.
No.
All right. Tony said,
No,
nope,
and
I would not
noticeable.
want to take care of anything from Ed and Lorraine's collection. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sydney Eubanks says, one of my favorite is Nobody. Very good action movie. I love the bus scene fight.
Oh yeah.
Got some naked bots there. Get rid of those. Anthony said, The Conjuring 2 was really well done. I love the scene where the little girl was sitting on the couch with a glass of water and the old man ghost possesses her.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's some creepy shit in that movie for sure. Tim Talks Talkies. What's up, guys? What's going on, Tim?
I like the first one, but the second one has more. And it's like just so much. I mean, it keeps going.
Yeah, I agree with you, man, because, yeah, I really like the second one. I thought it was well done.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Ken says, Dr. Ordinary, classy with that scotch in the background. Yeah, he is.
Coming from the fucking Playboy Mansion over there.
Let's just say, when me and my wife go to this house, my wife usually drives me home. We sit back there and watch movies and we hit that scotch there. That's usually why on the late night live streams, a lot of times, I'm hammered because that scotch you see behind him right there.
It's just rusty water, Alan.
Oh. Yeah, I'm getting too old for that shit. All right, what's up, Mel? What's going on, fellas? Rob says, thank you for your service, Dr. Ordinary.
Oh, man, I appreciate that. Thank you.
All right, Mid-Level Media says, hey, Mel and Timmy. John Still re-sleeved. Yo, hello.
What's up, John?
Say hey to John. Hey, Ken and Mel again. Guess they were in another stream together. Dale on Movies. What's up, guys? What's going on, Dale? My Killer Podcast says, I was saying hey to Tim. What's up, Kenny Levels? I almost said time. Almost time.
Yeah. So I thought it was time too. It's time.
John Still says, what's up, good people? Tim says, dude, Brawl is absolutely fucking brutal. Yeah. That fight scene at the end in the prison.
Watch your fucking mouth, Tim.
The very end.
No, Tim, you're amongst friends, man. Let it go. I like it.
That head
They all hang out there.
that head looks like a watermelon in that last scene.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Brutal.
Little parts, but it's still good.
All right. Well, Ken says, I need to watch Rogue One again. It bored me to tears in the theaters, but I feel like I'd appreciate it more now given the shit show ending of the new trilogy. Rob said, what's up, Tim? What's up, Mel? Brawl on Cell Block 99. Good movie. Dude, Brawl is so good.
Oh, it's a winner.
Hey, Rob. Hope you had a great day. Damn, we got a lot of people out there, guys. Hold on. 100, what's going on, man? Saying hey to y'all. Hey there to Rob. Thanks, Tim. Hope the same to you. This is a really cool series idea, but man, I'm so down for you guys getting into the 80s. Yeah, the 80s are going to be really, really hard for me personally.
Yeah,
Yep.
It's tough.
Same here.
That's going to be tough.
The
80s
90s.
and 70s too,
70s too, but the 80s is what
exactly.
I'm really going to struggle. I'm going to struggle.
70s and 80s is going to be a struggle.
You should have heard these bitches for these 5 years. They're fucking acting like they're giving birth over here. Like, God damn it, there's so many good movies to pick
Yeah,
from.
I had I joined down like 34 titles. That's what I had.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I can't do it. Fuck it. We're going to do the top 34.
If it was this hard now, it's going to be impossible in the 70s and 80s.
Yeah, it's like getting rid of your children,
Yeah, I was
What was
telling
the best analogy ever? Tell them, Brad.
I was telling Alan, and it's like I feel like I'm the lady from the end of The Good Son.
Yeah.
Two of them hanging over the fucking cliff.
You got to drop one off.
Make a decision here.
You got to drop Macaulay Culkin, man.
Yeah.
Right? Oh, hell.
But they're both Elijah Wood, I love both of them.
crack me
So
up.
I gotta figure it out.
Our kid says Bone Tomahawk is a legitimate American classic. Yeah, it is.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
Very good movie.
Yep.
Love 3 Billboards. Woody puts on a hell of a performance on it. I've only
yeah.
seen it the one time. I need to watch it again. I liked it. 10 says, also the score is Cater Burrell and it's absolutely fantastic. Sorry if I said that wrong. One of my favorite scores of that year.
Mm-hmm.
3 Billboards is good. France McDormand is a wonderful actress.
Mm-hmm.
I liked her in that, but I think her best performance is still going to be Fargo.
Fargo. Yeah.
Blood Simple,
Oh, Blood Simple, yeah, man.
Tony says I enjoyed 3 Billboards. Also, I got 4 movies to watch so far.
I like her in Almost Famous too.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. What a great movie.
I forgot about that. Yeah, when she's talking to the lead singer of that world famous rock band and she brings him to his knees.
Yep.
It's pretty funny. Anthony says Sam Rockwell is incredible in 3 Billboards. I mean, he's good in everything. What a great character actor. I love him in Green Mile. Tim says, Quiet Place is one of my best theater experiences in my whole life. Yeah, it's definitely my top 5. Absolutely.
Sound design, like you were saying, is it's insane.
Oh my god, man! Theater. I really didn't know what to expect. I seen the trailer. They played the trailer forever before they finally came out, but I didn't know it was going to be quite like that. And so when I seen it, man, it was, and our theater was packed. That's what made it even better. To have that many people in the theater, and nobody was talking. Yeah, it was nobody was. There's no sound. You know, it was great.
Yeah, the visuals keep you interested. I mean, it's.
And John Krasinski don't even like horror movies. That's what's
exactly
really
right
about it. He'll tell you, I hate horror. I don't like it at all.
Yeah, he's good at it.
Yeah.
Cindy says A Quiet Place is a good movie. And something else I read, by the way, if you notice in the opening scene when they go to the grocery store and they're all quietly walking around the grocery store, all the shelves are barren except for one shelf of potato chips. I didn't notice that, but there's a whole shelf of potato chips that hadn't been touched because nobody wants to rustle the bag and all that shit. I didn't notice that. So I thought that was kind of neat. I love IMDb, by the way. I'm an IMDb whore. I live on that website. All right, Chris C says, I have that on Blu-ray, I heard, and one is better too.
Heard the second one.
Yeah, probably.
Tim says, I also love that y'all are taking time to legitimately go into depth and why you enjoyed the movies. I really dig that. Appreciate it, Tim. Rob says, haven't watched A Quiet Place yet. You guys have piqued my interest now.
You can go pick that 4K up for $6. Get it. Blind buy it, Rob. I mean, that's a winner.
Yeah, it's worth it, man. Yeah, the bathtub scene is awesome and very terrifying. Yeah. All right, Tim says, sound design is a big deal. It was nominated for sound design, right? I didn't look that up. I should have. I would think so.
It should have been, if it wasn't. I don't know.
I prefer Quiet Place too. Yeah, I was a big fan of that too. That was a great sequel.
I like them both. Yeah.
I like the way they went back and showed how everything kind of started.
Yeah.
You know, that was pretty cool. All right, Coco says, great pick, Pops. Love this movie. There is now a Quiet Place kind of game of like a hide and seek, ghost of the graveyard where you hide around the house and the it person has a Nerf gun. Brian, you got something you need to tell us, buddy? That sounds like a hell of a time, though.
right.
I'm gonna go buy me a Nerf gun tomorrow. Coco says, check out the videos online. Pretty funny. I have to do that. All right, Joe Joker said, what's up, everybody?
Scotty?
The monkey. The 80s, the Lost Boys for the win.
It's going to be tough.
Yeah. Chris C said, the 80s, God, where can you start? They're all good. Shit, I'll put Scarface up there and Carrie and others and any other Brian De Palma. 1917 was one of those movies that kept my attention the entire time. What a great movie. Glad it got a 4K with a slip.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I do agree.
What's up, Craig?
What's going on, Craig? Mama Blu-ray, good evening, gentlemen. Appreciate you being here.
Hey. No.
Getting attacked by sex bots again. All right. Tim says, I looked it up. It was nominated for sound editing. I appreciate that, Tim. Yeah, I would think it had to at least be nominated. So,
yeah, I mean, if not win the damn shit, I don't know.
Yeah, it was fantastic, man. I can't say enough good things about it. Let me take that chat off. Well, guys, we are up to round 3. Moving right along.
Right.
So, Mr. Dirk, you are on the clock, sir.
All right. Well, I don't have the damn movie. It's supposed to be here. I just saw this movie, which I can't believe I just seen it 2 weeks ago, and that is S. Craig Zoller's Dragged Across Concrete. Now, I don't have that movie, but this is it. The one Brad was showing, so this is my fill-in copy. And man, Dragged Across Concrete is I mean, it's a real bleak neo-noir crime thriller realism masterpiece, man. I mean, that's the best way I could sum that up. And I mean, the villains are like you don't know shit about them, but you know they ain't fucking around. Like right out the gate, there's a like oh shit moment that happens. I'm not gonna spoil this movie, but man, and it's like almost it's like 2 almost 3 hours, man. And it's a slow burn, but the dialogue keeps you in it. I mean, it's written well. It's a badass movie. And like I said, I can't believe I just seen it 2 weeks ago. I just ordered it, and shit should have been here. But anyway, it's like I said, written and directed by S. Craig Zoller. Got Mel Gibson, Vince Vaughn, Corey Kittles, and Michael Jai White.
Jai White, yeah.
Yeah, and Jennifer Carpenter. And let's see.
Udo
yeah,
Kier.
Who?
Udo Kier's also in it. He has a cameo.
Yeah, I was just naming
Zoller loves Udo Kier, so he'll put him in anything he can.
Right. It's a Summit. It was released by Summit Incorporated in Lionsgate. Y'all want to pick that up, but yeah. I mean, it's just insane. I mean, the shit that goes down in this movie. It's like tragedy after tragedy after tragedy, and it's like it's very real in that regard. It's not a happy ending. Let me put it that way. Not for everybody, and it's kind of hard to differentiate the good guys from the bad guys. Except the one set of bad guys, they're fucking bad all the way. But the other guys, the cops are kind of dirty a little bit. But I'm not gonna go too deep into it. But great flick. That's my number 3.
Hell of a pick.
I'll show it off for you, Dirk. There it is.
Yeah,
There you go.
Waiting for that shit. Hell yeah.
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 It's a great movie.
There's nothing but bad guys. There are no good guys.
Well,
It's
the
bad guys, and then there's bad guys, and then there's fucking really bad guys.
yeah. Right.
I love what you said about the criminals, the crew, the real crew.
Yeah.
They're the captain of the no fucking around crew guys.
Right.
I mean, there's no.
Yeah.
And
There's
the movie's called Dragged Across Concrete for a reason.
Yeah.
It's not crime. It shouldn't be a crime movie. Should not be pleasant. It's crime. It's not a pretty thing. It's an ugly thing. And
Right.
that movie's all right.
Yeah. That shit, man, is those villains though, man. They're just like they don't give a shit, dude. Like they don't give a fuck. It's
Human life is nothing to these
They're
gentlemen.
brutal as hell, man.
Yeah. Great pick, Dirk.
Appreciate it, man.
All right, we are back around to Not Ordinary again. What you got for number 3, buddy?
All right, Mike. Number 3 pick is a movie that I had high hopes for, and it completely delivered because the original. It's a sequel to original that was a big part of my what got me interested in movies, and that's Blade Runner 2049. It's not a movie that's going to have a lot of action in it. It's like the original Blade Runner. It's kind of all about the story and the cinematography, but it completely delivered with Ryan Gosling kind of like came through, although he's doing the Barbie movie now, or whatever the hell that is. Harrison Ford, Jared Leto came out in 2019, I think. What's crazy about this movie is the cinematography. It's unbelievable that they were able to keep that dark theme that goes with the original Blade Runner. In fact, the dude that did the cinematography for this won an Academy Award for it, yet he had done all of this. He was a Coen Brothers cinematographer up until then and never been nominated for Academy Award. He did No Country for Old Men. He did Fargo. He did Shawshank Redemption. He did all of these things, and it was this movie that finally got him the award. And then he went on to do 1917, which, I mean, if you piece those two together, those long, extensive shots that he does that are just really in-depth are amazing. And so it's a long movie. It's kind of like the original Blade Runner. You've got to kind of be into that genre. And because I know a lot of people consider like Blade Runner sleepers. But I don't know. There's something about this movie that I thought it had a lot of it was big shoes to fill, and I was worried that it was going to totally bomb, and I think they pulled it out. I thought it was a great, well done movie.
Hell of a pick, man.
Yeah.
That's a great looking 4K. Jesus Christ. It's
Yeah,
one of the best.
I still need to see that. I've seen pieces of it. I just haven't got around to watching the whole thing. I heard a lot of people liked it better than the original.
Yeah, I've heard
Yeah,
that
I mean,
too.
I could go that far. I mean, yeah, the 4K is and the sound. I mean, they did a great job with it. It's a long movie, but if you piece it all together, I thought it was fantastic.
yeah. Crime and sci-fi, they have one similarity in them, where a hardcore, like a crime fan, you know, it irritates them when you compare, like, let's just say The Italian Job. You call that a crime movie. It's not a
Right,
crime
exactly.
movie. You're
Right.
you're talking out of your ass. On the other hand, the movie, it's a hardcore sci-fi movie. That's a real serious sci-fi movie, and I really appreciate it. I know sci-fi fans, they loved it, like hardcore sci-fi.
Yeah, I mean,
It
if
could
you're
be any
if you're a
love
Philip K.
story.
Dick fan at all, I mean, it's a true sci-fi movie. It's not and for example, like a great comparison, like as somebody who's a huge Joss Whedon fan, I love Serenity, Firefly, all that. This is true sci-fi. If you really kind of like take it for what it's meant to be, you can really separate. It's kind of like the fun sci-fi versus what they really envision.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right, Brad, what you got?
Well, I know for some reason people just haven't seen this movie. I don't know why, but I loved it. I thought it kicked ass, and I couldn't wait to get it. And it's a movie. It's called The Lodge. This came out in
Oh, good movie. Good movie.
2019, I believe. Yeah, 2019.
Great movie.
Yeah, it stars Riley Keough as Grace. She's been in a lot of stuff. Mad Max Fury Road. I think she played one of the wives in that. Comes at Night. You know, she's a good actress. She's actually Elvis's granddaughter, if you didn't know that. A little factoid. But this movie takes place in rural New England, way, you know, in the middle of nowhere. You know, not even power to the house. What it basically is that you have this kind of co-parenting situation that kind of comes to a bad end. You know, Riley Keough, Grace, is the new wife of a writer, and he has 2 kids from a previous marriage. The kids hate her, can't stand her, don't want anything to do with her, but they decide that they're going to spend Christmas. It's this remote vacation, you know, lodge. It's a cabin in the middle of nowhere on a small lake, and to try and, you know, bond and try to get together. Well, the kids from the beginning, they know that this woman she's got a dark medical history, we'll call it that. Her new fiance is a writer, a crime writer, and she was involved in a satanic death cult prior. She grew up, and her father was the leader of the satanic death cult. So she's, you know, basically a heavily medicated former member of a religious death cult, and they're going on a secluded, you know, 100 miles from nowhere vacation in the middle of Christmas. So dead of winter, what could go wrong, kind of thing.
So it's a family Christmas movie.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's a family Christmas movie. It's one of those movies like Hereditary where you can go back and watch this 100 times. You'll notice so much more, especially the second watch. This movie you have to watch twice, in my opinion, because there's so much going on. And when you watch it the first time, you don't really quite get it. And it all snaps together, you know, at the end. And I just, there's not a lot I can say about it without getting into spoilers.
Yeah.
But it's a heavy atmospheric isolation, slow burn horror film. Top class. It was extremely well made. This director, I think, has made one movie. That's this, if I remember correctly. Like I said, I just don't. There's not a lot I can really say about it without any kind of spoilers. Just check it out. It's like I said, it takes place in rural New England, but it actually shot 100% in Canada. From it kind of puts you in mind of the Revenant, the visuals. You know, I'd be surprised if there wasn't the same cinematographer or something. But it's shot great. It looks great. The dialogue's great. I mean, everything about it, the story, the way it comes together. Can't say enough about this movie. I think it's like $20. It's a little more expensive Blu-ray, but again, I don't know that there's a ton of them out there. But I definitely picked this one up, and get ready to watch it twice because that's what you're going to end up doing.
I need to rewatch it. I've only seen it the one time, so and I liked it, but
I actually just got that this week off Hamilton Book for $4.95.
Oh hell yeah!
shit.
There you go.
hell yeah.
Yeah, the price I
Nice.
checked, it was just 20 on Amazon.
Yeah, it's 20 on Amazon, but
Yeah.
Yeah,
$4.95.
Brad told me about that
Yeah.
movie, and I watched it. What Brad, about 2 months ago, and
something
and
like
I'm
that.
texting Brad throughout the whole movie, going, "What the fuck?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I dug it, man. It had a lot of cool shit in it."
Yeah, that almost snuck in there as one of my picks too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy
Solid
good,
pick.
crazy underrated and overlooked.
Yeah.
I don't know what it went
Right.
against, but that Riley Keough, great actor, great actress, and she plays one of the thing that I wanted to get across is the story builds to meeting this Grace character. The kids hate her. They're finding out stuff they learn about her death cult past and all that stuff. She's the only survivor of a death cult. You learn this very early in the movie.
Yeah.
Suicide cult, religious cult. And she's the only survivor. She fucked up taking the drink or whatever. I don't remember exactly the details with that, but she lived through it. And the kids find out all about this stuff. And it keeps building to them meeting her finally, getting to see her. And they're showing her through like a fogged up window, and all this stuff. You just you're expecting like Wednesday Addams meets Damien,
Yeah.
and it's just this chick in Ugg boots and fucking yoga pants with a little dog. It's not Satan herself. It's just a regular girl. The way they built that, it was really well made, really well done.
It was like one of the first movies Coco and I saw in theaters, and we were like, "What the fuck?" When we
Yeah.
that Alicia
Got it.
Silverstone as the mom in the beginning. Oh my
Oh,
god! I'm not gonna.
Oh,
spoil it,
yeah.
but Jesus.
Definitely
You know what
a
you're in
good-
for there in the open shot. It grabbed my
That's
interest pretty
tone.
quick. Yeah.
We left the theater. We were like, "That was fucking dark."
Yeah.
Yeah. The way it leaves you, yeah.
Yeah.
And that great movie for the wintertime, man.
Oh yeah. And
Right.
actually, in the movie, this is another interesting thing. In the movie, they're watching. The dad gets called away for a work emergency. They're watching a movie together in the cabin. It's snowing like crazy. They're watching The Thing. So
Yeah. I got to
Check
go
it out.
back because I watched it when it first came out. I need to go back and watch it again.
yeah, that's a good one, man.
Yeah. I like it.
Get it for $5 in Hamilton while it's there.
Yeah, Hamilton. While it's there, get it.
Yep. All right, Brian, you up, buddy?
This is going to be a duplicate, the first time duplicate. My third pick is Hereditary.
Damn it.
Look at that slip, you bastard.
Yeah, you want it? I mean, I can't really say much else that Brad hasn't said about this movie. I do like the kid that he thinks is annoying in here. I think
Yeah,
he's
I
a
do
pretty
too.
good actor.
Yeah.
Actually, when he slams his face on that desk, I was reading in the trivia or whatever on IMDb, he broke his jaw.
Right.
That, in that scene, he actually broke his jaw that had been a previous injury that he's had dealt with earlier in life, I guess. So that was pretty intense.
Yeah. He also he had to be referred to as Peter the whole time through the movie.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
on set.
He
you know.
he refused to get out of character.
Yeah, and apparently Toni Collette told her agent that she didn't want to do any more horror movies until she read the script for this, and then she signed up immediately for it. So that's
Right.
cool to read too. Yeah, I like Midsommar a lot, but this is still my favorite Ari Aster movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't wait for his new one to come out
Oh yeah.
with Joaquin Phoenix. But the little girl in this movie is so creepy too. Like she
Yeah.
just looks creepy. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Millie Shapiro.
Yeah, I mean,
She's
I'm not sure what she's gonna do after this, but
right. I mean, she could have a career in horror though.
we
man.
could, yeah.
For sure.
Well, yeah, she's got a straight Carol Ann thing going on for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she looks like she could be Toni Collette's daughter too. So
Yeah.
I don't know. That's
Toni
my
Collette
number
has a rough time in that movie. A lot of
Yeah.
stuff going on.
Yeah, she does. You feel for her in that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When she goes
Well-
and she goes to like a grief counseling session.
Oh yeah.
Everybody's kind of telling these stories and whatnot, and she's just going on and on about her life. Everybody else is just like, God damn, my problems ain't shit.
Yeah.
right? I'm out. I'm good. I'm good.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I'm cured.
Yeah, at first
about
she wasn't
that
gonna say nothing too, you know.
Yeah.
Then she's like, "Oh, well, let me get this shit out of here."
Right. At least I'm not you.
Yeah.
All right, get my number 3 pick. Now, this is one that I knew that nobody else was going to pick. God damn it.
Oh shit!
My 3rd pick is it's Hereditary. But I would like to say that me and Brian have the slip. I'm
Yeah.
show off the slip there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Well,
what else can
Tony-
I say? I mean,
Tony,
these
if
guys
you're
have
in the
covered it.
chat, help me out. Tony, if you're in the chat.
I bought it when it first came out.
So, I mean, these guys have covered it. Of course, I always mention the naked smiling man in the corner. Go back and watch it again. See what I'm talking about. It's terrifying as hell. I do have one note that they hadn't mentioned yet. This was the 4th A24 movie to get a wide release. The first 3 was The Witch, Free Fire, and It Comes at Night. And this,
Right.
out of that group, this is definitely the best one.
I think
And
I
this is
think
my
that
favorite A24. So,
that was the first
By far.
A24
Oh, by
to
far,
get a
yeah.
4K. That was the very first
Yeah.
one.
yes.
And
yes.
then the witch got a 4K after that. So
Right. So that speaks volumes.
Right.
Yeah, this movie. I mean, what can I say about it? These guys? Ain't already said. It's fantastic. It had a $10 million budget. It made $44 million in the U.S., $80 million worldwide.
Yeah.
So yeah, and Brad, I did not realize Gabriel Byrne was so much older than Tony Collette. So that was interesting. So
Yeah. Yeah, he's quite a bit older.
I seen Brad show it. I was shit. I seen Brian show it. I said, well, okay, what else can I say? I ain't taking it out of my top 5. This is one of my favorite movies. So it's staying where it was.
Killer.
But love that movie.
Right.
So sorry if that wasn't exciting for you guys in the chat. We're all showing the same movie, but that just goes to say how good it is. You know, it's gonna happen.
Right.
Shows
I was
how
gonna say,
good it
just
is.
talk about a testament to it, though.
Yeah.
Exactly. All right, we called it real fast, guys. We ain't too far behind on the chat, so. All right, the monkey says, "Please make the sex bots go away." I would if I could. I'm trying to stay on top of them. Craig says, "What's up, fellas? Got some spoof cover videos. Awesome. Come out in a couple weeks with Tommy Starr. Those are great, man.
Yeah,
Look
man.
forward to that."
You're in Minnesota now, Craig? I think Tommy said it was 1st of August. You guys are going to be, getting together. So that'll be cool, man. Those spoof covers videos, if you haven't seen them, they're fucking hilarious.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
These 2 grown men are obsessed with Home Alone. I don't know what it is. They watch Home Alone every year. They love it. I get it. It's a great John Hughes movie, but they turn every skit into a Home Alone skit. It's hilarious. Yeah. I'm not giving it any justice. Just go find Tommy Starr's channel. Look at their spoof covers videos. They're fucking hilarious.
Yeah. Check it
Yeah,
out.
they're a lot of fun. All right, Joe Joker said, "Dragged Across Concrete is an incredible modern film, a very entertaining slow burn for sure."
Yeah.
Oh,
But
yeah.
keeps you in it. It's not boring by any
Yeah.
stretch of the
again,
imagination. It's
real hardcore crime movie. It doesn't all happen boom, 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 boom like that. There's going to be
More
lulls
realistic.
in between. There's planning, and all this other stuff that goes into it. So check that one out. I think it's $8 on Amazon.
Cindy says, "Dragged Across Concrete is great." Anthony says, "Hey Mama Blu-ray." Cindy says, "One of my favorite movies is Let Him Go." Diane Lane and Kevin Costner. That is a good movie. Very
remember
oh
sexy
yeah,
movie.
that
It's
is a
good
good
one.
movie. Yeah, I forgot about that one.
You know?
Yep.
Anthony's Horror More says, "I love Blade Runner 2049. I saw it 3 times in theaters."
Yeah, I need to check it out, man, because I've seen clips of it, and what I saw was
Yeah.
I just didn't have time to watch it that day, but it looked great from what I saw.
Callow Daly
Yeah.
says, "Salute." What's going on, Callow? Hey, what's up, Cal? That movie sounds great. Got to pick it up. I think she's talking about The Lodge. That's when that popped up.
Oh yeah.
Emily Santos. Hi, guys. What's up? Well, I'm going for a random question with y'all, if you don't mind. What means fellas and folks in English? I'm curious.
I don't know, like
Friends.
friends.
People, yeah.
Yeah. Well, me and the fellas are going to get a drink. Me and my buddies. Me and my friends. You know. So
Take you down to the old folks' home and
Folks is maybe more inclusive. Yeah, I don't know.
sometimes people say my folks when they're talking about their mom and dad.
yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, folks could be
There you go.
parents. Yeah.
Yeah, good point.
All right. Chris C says, any of y'all see Upgrade? Yes, I
Oh,
love
yeah.
Upgrade.
Great movie.
Yep.
Love Upgrade.
Mm-hmm.
Craig says he'll be in Minnesota on the 18th.
Okay.
There's Tommy Star. What's going on, buddy?
Go on,
Just talking
Tom.
about you.
Hey, man.
Craig Lee said, Tommy the porn star. All right, guys. We are, what are we on, round 2?
Mm-hmm.
Our
Yep.
second, our
Championship rounds.
Right.
Dirt. Sir, I'm very curious to see what you picked. What you got?
Well, everybody was pulling up Hereditary, you know. So, you know, I had to pull out Midsommar. And, yeah, man, this is a pretty cool release, you know. We've got Martin Scorsese in here talking a little bit about it.
Is that the full Bush edition?
Yeah, man. You know, it's just gonna... Let's see. I'll show you some of this stuff. Let's see if I can.
I could go for a period drink right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm kind of screwing it all up, but I don't know. Hold on.
It's a children's book.
Oh yeah. It is. It really is. But no, this is
That'll haunt my dreams.
yeah. This is a film. It came out in 2018. Ari Aster wrote and directed it. It's a supernatural. No, it ain't. I'm tripping, man. I'm tripping. It is the best cult film that I know of, and that's saying a lot. Like The Wicker Man has been probably the top cult film ever, but I think this knocks it out.
Really?
In my opinion. It's got Florence Pugh, which is Danny in the film. Christian is her boyfriend. Jack Reiner. Pele is the Swedish guy that gets them all to go to Sweden with him. Wilhelm Blomgren. Josh is one of the friends. He's doing his thesis on I guess different cultures, Scandinavia, all kind of, I don't know. Anyway, it deals with grief and breakup. Let's see. If you look at the paintings on the walls, it tells you the whole damn story, like right at the beginning of the movie. I'm not sure if it does on the regular cut, but the director's cut, the very beginning of the movie's got all these murals and these paintings, and the whole damn story's right there.
When they're sitting on the couch talking, yeah.
Right, and paintings, yeah. You keep seeing a bear and stuff like, it's crazy, man. But anyway, yeah, it takes multiple watches, like Brad was saying about The Lodge, to fully appreciate this movie. And real heavy on codependency too, like the character Danny. I'm not going to spoil nothing, you know. I mean, it'll tell you right out the gate what happens but Ari Aster called it a dark contemporary fairy tale. He said, look at the walls. It's prophetic detail. It's very bright, opposite of Hereditary. So when you watch Hereditary, it's such a dark film, and then it's just showing you his range of what he can do as well, you know. And the acting is excellent. A lot of people shit on this movie. It's long, you know, and the director's cut's even longer. It's got an extra 20 minutes.
Yeah.
But and also he said, I just hope people are transported, moved, and confused. So, but anyway, yeah, I love this movie, man. This is my number 2 pick, Midsommar.
Hell of a release too.
Yeah, and like I said, it takes multiple watches. You'll see shit in the background you don't see and you can't be distracted if, when you're watching either one of his films. You can't be distracted. So that's my number 2.
Great pick, man.
Great movie.
Yeah.
What a great pick.
Appreciate it.
So,
I know I made Alan tell this story before, but Alan, my wife, he went and saw Midsommar, and
Yeah.
I had no idea what to expect. Having seen Hereditary, I knew it was going to be good, but no idea. And it was a weeknight, so nobody was in the theater except for maybe 10 of us. My wife and I are glued to the screen watching this movie, having no clue really what's going on. And then I got to the scene with the old people, and they get up on the cliff. And right at the end of that, we both look at each other like, oh, my God. We look over at Alan. The only people in the theater.
I had hurt my shoulder, and I was heavily medicated and drank about 6 doubles at the bar on top of some pain pills. My shoulder was killing me. And I think I see the opening credits, and I zonked out. And I woke up when they had all the full bush, when all the women were butt naked with all the bush. What the fuck are y'all watching? That's the first thing I said when I woke up.
Yep. I said it straight out loud in the theater.
I didn't really see that movie until I bought the 4K.
Yeah.
Or Blu-ray. I think Blu-ray.
Was that the
Yeah.
Yeah. So what the fuck are y'all watching?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can imagine waking up seeing that shit.
But, yeah, I didn't really remember much about it the first go around, other than that scene.
It's really well drawn too. You know, they got these super naive, college kids, safe space kids that don't want to offend anybody. So they're over at this other culture, and there's a lot of weird shit going on. But they're like,
Right.
listen, we got to respect their culture.
Well, I got to go with it, right?
A regular adult been like, I'll tell you where we're going with it. Right the fuck out of here. Okay?
Yeah.
When they threw people off the fucking cliff, I'm gone. I got news for you. Done.
Yeah, I know. That's a good point. Like we both said the same thing. They stuck around.
Did try,
after that.
though.
Well, let's see where this goes.
Yeah.
Well, it's like I said, it's the college age kid. They've got to
Right.
they feel like they have to respect cultures at all costs. They don't want to offend anybody at all costs. And I thought it was well drawn the way they did that, and the cast, the characters. He can't stand up to his fucking girlfriend, so of course he's just a pushover. He's going to get, the cat. It was very well drawn. I believe that those characters would fall prey to the cult,
Right.
Because that's what they're there for.
And
Pele saw that in them.
Ari Aster wrote that while he was going through a breakup too. So
Yeah. That character Pele, he knew what the fuck was going on the whole time.
right.
He knew what they were in for.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, he even
That was a
compared
hell
it
of a
to like a
breakup.
high school comedy
And
in a way. Like not a high school comedy, like what was it? What do you say? High school, kind of like the tropes where the good guy is right under the chick's nose and shit.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's a tripped out movie.
But I think as I start to age, I'm going to find me somewhere else to live before they chuck my ass off that hill. I think I'm going to relocate.
Yeah, the wintertime age.
You get about
Right
6
out of
years,
there.
you're gonna go. You know what? I think I'm gonna move to a warmer climate or something.
Anywhere where they're not going to throw me off a fucking cliff.
See what the cold does to you? That's why I love Michigan.
All right. What you got there, Ron?
All right, so my number 2 pick, this kind of also comes from my childhood. It's a strange pick for me because I shouldn't have liked it. So it's a Stephen King adaptation, and those tend to go either they're really, really good or they're really, really terrible. And Stephen King himself will tell you the same thing. It's It Chapter 1. The reason why it shouldn't be a favorite of mine because the book was a favorite of mine growing up. I read it I don't know how many times, and then I read it again in the military. It was a book that we passed around on a lot of downtime, and it actually deviates from the book quite a bit. But there was something about the way that it was written and the acting and Bill Skarsgård playing Pennywise, just phenomenal. Again, same idea. This was like the second movie he's only ever directed. He was sort of discovered by Guillermo del Toro. This guy's Andy Muschietti. He's a Argentinian director. He directed a movie called Mama before this. I don't know if
Oh,
you've
yeah.
ever seen that, but it's
Yeah.
actually a pretty decent horror movie.
Mama's good, man. I like Mama.
Oh yeah, it's there was something about the way that this movie was done that was, I don't know, it really kind of captured that classic 80s idea, theme, plus making it a horror movie on top of it that actually was a good horror movie. Now, you know, it's had a mini series. I mean, you can't like hate Tim Curry, who's phenomenal. But just the way that they did this movie, I don't know. I was really, really surprised by it. It's definitely my number 2.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't have no complaints with those.
Yeah, that almost made my top 5. That was real close. Yeah, so that's a good pick.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think everybody was, you know, a little bit remake, you know, weary, and then I think when people saw that, they really
I went into it
understood
super
they could still be
skeptical.
good.
Yeah. Do you like that one better than the '90s one, or with Tim Curry?
That's tough, man, because the Tim Curry one is the Tim Curry one's more true to the book. But given what, you know, if you take out of it what they had to work with in the 90s,
Yeah.
you know,
Plus,
to
it
me,
was
I
a
mean, a
TV
lot of
movie,
people-
so
Right.
Right, people rip on that
Right.
all the time, but if you take that into account, you know, for example, The Shining. Stephen King did not really like the Jack Nicholson Shining because
Right.
the idea of that character was he was a normal guy that was turned crazy by the hotel, right? But if you look at the Shining miniseries that had the dude in it from Wings, it's much more true to the book, and it's much better. I think it's a much better story.
one?
But it's a TV miniseries. The miniseries.
Oh hell no! Shit no! I gotta disagree.
I like it, man.
that's Dark's favorite movie is The Shining.
Yeah, that's my favorite movie.
Listen, I love them both, but if you're gonna like pick one that's closer to the book,
Yeah,
see that. I just think Kubrick made it better. That's just my.
oh
opinion.
yeah, listen, I think they're both great movies on their own. But if you want to capture like what King was going for,
Right.
I think the miniseries captures it a lot better.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, and that was my only beef with the redo of the It's is that they really, for example, and I get it, like, and being an '80s kid, you know, I get it that they put it in the '80s, but in the book, it's in the '50s, you know, and so they made some pretty big changes.
Right.
Yeah.
yeah. I've been in that debate before, where, you know, it's the new It versus the old It.
Yeah.
The thing with the old It, which I love, I prefer it, but I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
Tim
I
Curry.
like the 90s.
Tim
Yeah.
Curry, without Tim Curry in it,
Right,
I would
right.
hands down would be a bigger fan of the newer one. But Tim Curry is so good in the '90s It that he puts it over the top for me.
Yeah. I mean, that's why for me too.
Yeah. That's a
But
classic.
I
horror.
can't
have
take
to
nothing away from Skarsgård either.
Yeah, he did really good too.
I mean, that's his real eyes doing that weird.
And it's
shit,
not
man.
a Tim Curry impersonation, which I liked.
Yeah,
You know,
which
right?
I thought was kind of cool too, because I thought that when they first started pitching this, I was like, oh, it's going to be somebody trying to do Tim Curry. But I got to give him his credit. He was on one of the late shows, and basically he just did the smile on his own that he auditioned for, and it was crazy because without any makeup, he immediately became Pennywise. It
Yeah.
was nuts.
And did the eye thing where his eyes separate.
Yep. And with his lip, he like rolled his lip down. I was like, I was terrified.
Yeah.
That's creepy shit. Yeah, I don't know, man. I like both. I got nostalgic for the original, but I think Tim Curry, I mean, just a great role. But if I'm gonna go back and watch that movie, it's probably gonna be the Part 1. That's probably the one that's most rewatchable to me.
The new one.
Yeah.
I mean,
I didn't hate Part 2. A lot of people hated Part 2. I thought Part 2 was lesser than Part 1, but it was still good.
Yeah.
You know, I still enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And as far as TV movies go, I hate TV movies. I can't stand them. It is one of the main exceptions to me. They do so much,
Absolutely.
and it is so. It's the way everything's done. They push it just as absolute far as they can, and still be. You know, I just.
Yeah,
like I said, I can't
that
say
book's that story's got some boundaries to push, and they did it for an
Yeah.
'80s, you know, TV miniseries.
Oh,
And
yeah.
what is it? HBO's doing a prequel series now, ain't they?
Yep.
A Pennywise
Yeah.
prequel series.
Oh,
Penny
really?
Pitts, the Pennywise series, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I didn't even know about that.
Yeah, he in a bunch of his books in that Dairy Maine world, he hints that It's in Needful Things. It's in a bunch of them. That Pennywise pre-existed in a lot of those stories, and I think that's what the whole idea is going to be with the prequel.
Okay, I'm gonna check it out.
He's just evil that gets reinvented, kind of like the whole thing from the Stand.
Right. I read The Stand. That's an awesome book too.
It took me a while because I don't read a lot, but The Stand was a fantastic book.
Was that like 1,500 pages? I can't remember.
Why did it take you so long?
Yeah.
Yeah, I read about 3 pages and I fall asleep. I'm a movie guy. I'm like, dude, they wrote a book about that?
Yeah, the book. Yeah.
I mean, I like to read. It's just like I said, 3 or 4 pages, especially now. If I sit down and read a book, 3 or 4 pages, I'm done. I'm sleeping.
I didn't watch that remake. I haven't watched it yet, but
Yeah.
I haven't watched it.
Yeah,
I like
that's a
the
tough one
old
for me.
remake was okay. It's still nothing like the book.
Yeah, I don't know. I got mixed feelings about the new one that they did. I'd have to go back and watch it again to be fair to it.
Yeah, I have no idea.
I didn't throw that up there. It popped on the screen.
Oh.
I have no way to take it down.
Really?
That's interesting. We'll put another, there we go. What's up, Jerry?
I was like, what? You can't take
I
it off.
deleted it and it popped up on the screen. I guess it probably just affected my whole computer. I can hear my bank account draining right now.
Give your computer AIDS.
Right.
Well, Brad, you ready to roll?
Yeah. This is a movie I picked up. I blind bought it a while ago, and it's been in totes and storage for a while. I just didn't have time to watch it. I watched it a little less than a month ago, somewhere around there, and I've watched it twice since. I really, really liked it. This is not going to be for everybody. I can tell you already, but this is the kind of movie that, like I said, it feels like it's written for me, but it's not. I don't think anybody's even heard of this, but it's a movie. It's called The Standoff at Sparrow Creek.
Oh, damn.
This is like how can I describe it? Kind of like a Fincher, dark, it's a small story. It's not a big story. What it's about is, well, first of all, it's directed by a guy that's only done one movie. This is his breakout, and I hope he does a lot more. His name's Henry Dunham, and it takes place in rural Michigan. It's actually shot in Dallas, or around Dallas, but it takes place in rural Michigan. If you're familiar with that part of the world, there are militias up there, the Michigan militia and whatnot, and they're kind of like anti-government, anti-police, kind of doomsday kind of guys. They meet in secret, their identities are kept, and they, obviously they have weapons and all sorts of things. The movie opens with a active shooting, a mass shooting happening. And the whole town knows about it. You can hear it in the background, and the militia in the area meets, and they find that one of the rifles is missing. It's an automatic rifle, which is a major felony. They are not legal to own unless they are prior to 1986. These are modified modern rifles. So one of the rifles is missing. Some of their gear is missing. There's only 6 guys that have access to this room, and they're all at the meeting. They're all there, going, what's going on? So they immediately discover, well, one person in here did this. So it's a movie about paranoia. They're trying the whole time to figure out who did this. It goes extremely dark places. I mean, it's full of dread the whole time. This is going nowhere good the whole way. It's super intense. It's a crime kind of mystery. Like I said, dark, gritty, grimy. I mean, I was in the whole time. It's just like Alan was talking about that popcorn. I had just gotten food, sat down and watched this. My food just sat there the whole fucking movie. I just watched the whole thing. I loved it. I can't say enough good things about this. I don't want to go too far into it because obviously there's going to be heavy spoilers, and it is a mystery. It's a crime mystery. So, you don't want to expose it, but this was a total surprise for me. I think I paid $4 fucking for this. $3.95 on Hamilton Book. It's $8 on Amazon. Like I said, it's full of character. The whole cast, it's 100% character actors, but you recognize all of them. It's a cast full of that guys. You know what I mean? We're like, oh, that guy.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
they're all great. They all do awesome. The dialogue is your typical crime movie, very matter of fact dialogue. But again, these are some unhinged individuals. They're not pleasant. I mean, they're not all like, what would be called alt-right, but they are, they have, a lot of them have checkered pasts, and the less I say about it, the better. Just go watch this movie.
Right.
I think you should watch it so much. I bought extra copies. We'll give one away on this stream. So anybody, just put Standoff in the chat, and subscribe down if you're not already, and I'll send this out to you anywhere in the continental U.S. or Puerto Rico, Alaska, anywhere U.S. media mail. I'll send this to you. So just put Standoff in the chat if you're interested in this, and we'll figure out a way to pick a winner by the end, and I'll mail it out before the stream ends.
We'll have Dirk pick a number again. Write down a number again. Everybody can do 1 through 50 or something.
Well, yeah.
And by the way, subscribe to everybody, guys.
Check that out.
Yeah, make sure I'll subscribe to everybody. Don't worry about me.
Listen, there's a reason why we call it Militiagan.
Yeah. Yeah, and again, that's part of it. If you know that part of the world, if
Listen,
you're
I'm from there.
the Northeast, you'll know about militias. This movie will be a lot more interesting to you because you know what kind of people these are and how serious it is, what's happening. When that weapon goes missing, they're like, well, we're going to get blamed for this, and we all know what the man is going to do to us. We're not going to have trials. The paranoia is so palpable, you cut it with a knife, and the tension is so high. Like I said, it's a winner for me. Really good surprise for me to find that movie.
Now, Brad, I got $8 laying here, but I don't have any fucking bucks. So you said it was $4 So I just make sure I didn't need to have $4
Yeah, it's still on Hamilton, I think. I mean, I know it's still on Hamilton because I bought some copies to send to some people recently. This is an extra one I got, and we'll just give it away. Hopefully somebody that sounds interesting to you, we'll send it right to you.
I wrote it down. I'm gonna watch it. You mentioned it to me before.
Yeah. I'm gonna check it out for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wrote it down. Yeah, I've never
That's a
heard
great pick, bro.
Nice.
Yep.
Brian, you're
Alan,
up,
save your fucking bucks for Cafe Risque.
My number 2 pick was one that directed by my favorite director, Robert Rodriguez. This is a collaboration with James Cameron, who wrote the screenplay for this movie, and that's Alita: Battle Angel.
Okay. I've heard a lot about that, man. I've been meaning to see it.
Yeah, from 2019.
Yeah.
Really solid movie. It's basically about this cyborg that's kind of found, like, it's in the future, of course, but it's like a cyborg that's Christoph Waltz is like a doctor in the movie, and he's like going around the junkyard, and he finds this cyborg that's been deactivated for years, and he kind of like puts her back together and reactivates her, and she's kind of figuring out what she was in the past before the time that she wakes up in, basically, and kind of goes back to her roots and everything. Rosa Salazar plays Alita, and she does all sorts of like I think it's all just like CG captured, and she's got like the dots all over her and stuff like that. Not in the movie, but like with the green screen and stuff to make her look like the character. The way they did it's just real great, and I love the whole like dystopian future setting that it's in and everything. It's got a great cast. It's got Jennifer Connelly, Mahershala Ali is in there, Jackie Earle Haley. Who else is Jeff Fahey's in here, Derek Mears, Casper Van Dien's in there a little bit, but it's just one I've always gone back to, and I just loved it the last few years, and it's just, I don't know, really really good in 3D as well if you like 3D stuff, but the 4K looks phenomenal too. Yeah, man, I don't know.
That's a great looking steelbook.
Yeah, it's pretty much based on a manga, I think, it's called Motorball. I'm not real big into anime or manga, so, but yeah, anything James Cameron touches is usually pretty good. So,
hell yeah, man.
I've heard Christoph Waltz is amazing.
Yeah, Christoph Waltz is in that too, right?
Yeah, he's really good.
Fantastic in that.
Yeah,
he's good in everything. I love him.
But whenever this came out in theaters, nobody really went and saw it too much. I think it kind of like bombed a little bit, as far as I know, and it kind of set up for a sequel too. So hopefully we get that sequel eventually. But nowadays it'd probably be on Netflix or something.
I think a lot of people avoided it because of the anime thing, but I've heard nothing but good things about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody that's seen it, I haven't heard nothing bad about it. So.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, I watched it once, and I watched it here at the house, but it was damn good. I liked it.
Yeah.
So, solid movie. All right. I'm gonna move on to my number 2, guys. We're almost at 2 hours, so I'm gonna move this along a little bit. So I rewatched this movie last night. I hadn't seen it in a couple years, and let's just say when I watched this movie, it moved from my number 5 to my number 2. This movie holds up. This movie's badass. I can't even give it justice. I can't say enough good things about it. And this Steelbook sucks because it's a 2-pack. This is John Wick number 2.
Okay.
This has part 1 and 2 in it, but it just says John Wick. It kind of drives me crazy. But I'm talking about John Wick 2.
That's all right. There's like 5 million John Wick releases, so you can pick whatever.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. I'm gonna grab another one. I think this might have been a Zavi or something. I thought it was something badass. I got it in, and I see it just said John Wick, and it was a 2-pack. No, we'll move on from that. Move past both CD.
Fuck Zavi. That's what he wants to say. Fuck him.
This
That looks
like
just
a
became
badass
Alan's
steelbook,
therapy
though,
session.
me.
Oh, it's a great looking steelbook, but
Yeah.
anyway.
It'll be on eBay.
I need to get a red marker and just mark 1 and 2 on there.
Yeah.
But this movie was directed by Chad. I'm gonna say this wrong. Stalinsky. I think that's right. And one thing I found interesting about him is he was a stuntman on The Matrix. And so you got main guys from The Matrix in this movie. And the guy Common, whatever, that has the big fight with Keanu Reeves. That fight is pretty badass. Pretty brutal.
Yeah.
But Keanu Reeves did his own stunts in this. The only ones he didn't do was the falling down the stairs and obviously getting hit by the damn cars. Those are the only ones he didn't do, but he did everything else. Keanu Reeves trained
real life, man.
Yeah, he trained for 3 months in judo, Brazilian jiu-jitsu, marksmanship, and driving. Reeves retained most of what he learned from part 1. By the end of part 2, he was proficient. His proficiency rating was better than seasoned professional soldiers, is what they said. And also something else, this being a sequel, most sequels can't say this. This movie earned twice as much as part 1 did in theaters.
Damn.
Because, word of mouth. This movie came out, everybody wanted to go see it.
Yeah, man.
This was released February 10th, 2017. Had a $40 million budget, made $92 million in the States, $171 million worldwide. Man, I watched this again last night, like I said, and man, it just blew me away how good it was. It's like I was watching it for the first time. The fight scenes, the gun fu, whatever they call it, man, it's just it's brutal as hell, man. And when he makes it over to wherever he went to, France or wherever, and he's going through and he's buying his guns and buying his suits with the armor plate in it and stuff. It's just all that shit is just badass. The whole movie is just good. Ian McShane's in it. I love him. The guy that plays the hotel clerk, Lance Reddick, such a great character. I love him. He's such a good actor. It's just got a great cast, man. The bad guy, yeah, he was a good bad guy. He was all right. He was my least favorite of the whole movie. But yeah, it's just such a badass movie. It holds up. And I'm so excited about part 4 coming out. Part 2, part 1, part 3. This is just a great series. And this was originally supposed to be a trilogy, but obviously it's doing so well they're making a part 4 now. So, but that is my number 2. And like I said, it was going to be my number 5 until last night. So much. Well, I kicked myself out of the string.
Speaking of the
and
Matrix.
also the kill count. The kill count in this movie was 116. 116 people died.
Yeah.
That's a lot of
The
death.
crazy thing about John Wick to me is that after the first one, I kept thinking, like, how could they improve on this story? It's the same idea.
Yeah.
And then 2, and even like 3, it's like, all right, it's Keanu Reeves
And
basically kicking everybody's ass, but it just gets better and better.
It does.
And something else I noticed this before, but I kind of remembered it last night watching it again. The music in this movie, it's got to be in my top 5. I absolutely love the music in this movie. If you have a sound system, turn that shit up and watch this movie. It just makes it that much better.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, I'm not a big soundtrack guy and all that shit, but the music in this movie is phenomenal. it just makes it that much better.
Yeah.
So,
Have you ever seen Keanu Reeves
when
on
the call goes out? When the call goes out that John Wick has got a price on him, and everywhere he goes, there's hitmen, and he's just like the pencil and the sumo guy and all that stuff.
yeah.
I love that bit.
He's just shooting the sumo guy. You finally gets on top of his head. He still don't die right away.
Right.
Yeah.
You ever seen him at the gun range? Like on videos? Oh
Yeah.
man, check that
Oh.
shit out. That dude is
Yeah.
insane. Keanu Reeves is badass.
He put the work in.
Yeah, even his martial arts. I mean, it's authentic. It's him.
Right.
And I was thinking about this last night. You know, this is like our American James Bond. How cool would it be for this to be a James Bond series that goes on until Kawana gets old and they get somebody else or whatever? You know what I'm saying? It has that kind of potential to be. It's that good.
Yeah, it
I
really
can see
does.
this being an Americanized James Bond.
Right.
You know, so to speak. But
For sure.
I don't know. I'm a
He's
huge fan,
badass.
man.
No doubt.
I can throw it again right now, watch it again, and still enjoy it. And it's just it's that good. So, all right, let's see. We caught up here. I think that's where we left off at. The monkey said, "Question to you 5: should they re-release the Golden Girls in 4K?"
I guess so. Why not?
Sure.
I mean, my mother, she'd appreciate that.
Yeah.
You got 5 guys admitting they don't want to watch it. What? No.
Video Man and Gizmo. You must borrow Who's Set from Johnny's and check it out. Made in 2016. It would be on all your lists today if you had seen it. You know, Johnny lives about 7 hours away from me. I have to get him to mail that to me when he's done with it. Let me borrow it. But yeah, I'm interested, man. Tommy Starr said, "Never seen Midsommar, but it looks so bizarre."
Oh man.
Yeah, bizarre
and it's
doesn't
not-
really explain
A lot of people could like talk about it as a horror, man, but it's not really a horror movie to me.
It's not a horror movie. No.
Not
I
to
don't
me,
think
it
it
ain't.
is.
It's a Swedish reality.
Yeah. Exactly.
It's a day in the life of Sweden.
Come to Sweden.
Our city says, another one of my favorites is The Little Things, Denzel Washington, Jared Leto, and Rami Malek. Great movie. Yeah, I enjoyed that movie. It was all
I
right.
enjoyed it, but I think it fell apart at the end.
Yeah.
I think it fell apart the second Jared Leto was on screen and he looked. There's the killer. And he's like everybody
Right.
else is looking
Okay, I know
normal.
what you're talking
Here's
about
Jared
now.
Leto with
Yeah.
this like, I don't know what the fuck makeup they put on him. It was just like Jesus. He looks like the bad guy from oh god, the Arnold movie, The Last Action Hero. The
Oh,
action
yeah.
murderer.
Oh, right.
That's what he fucking looks like, and it's like, of course that's the killer. You know?
Yeah, it was like no mystery to that shit.
Yeah.
All right, Jerry saying, what's up?
Thank you, Jerry.
Chris says, I'm reading King's books in publication order, so I'm 100 pages into Carrie. I've read probably about half. Well, I ain't gonna say half. I've read probably up until I haven't read any of his new stuff, whatever. I would say up to about the mid '90s. I read everything he put out. Yeah, he's got some good ones. Chris said my mother had some of his hardbacks. Sidney said the standoff was very slow, but a good one.
Yep.
Interesting. I'll have to check the standoff out. Chris said, "Hell yeah, Lita for the win." I love that movie. The monkey said, "Ho, can you mention Alita but not mention, or how can you mention Alita but not mention Edward Norton playing the protagonist?"
Edward Norton's not in the movie.
Right. Plus, the first rule of Alita is you don't talk about Alita.
Don't talk about it.
Based on the manga Battle Angel Alita.
Yeah.
It's the best adaptation to an anime manga I've ever seen. Very good. Our Sidney Eubank said, one of my favorite is Into the Ashes. Very good movie. John Wick 1 and 2 is the best. Yeah. I
Yeah.
like 3 too. And 4 looks phenomenal.
I like 3. Yeah. I like all of them. Yeah.
Chris
Yeah,
said, I love John
definitely,
Wick
yeah.
1. I love those
Unlike
badass
Matrix.
revenge movies.
Yeah, he turned that shit around, you know, like Matrix 1 it should have just been Matrix 1, you know.
It's kind of funny watching part 2 last
if they
night.
ended it there.
Yeah.
When when Keanu Reeves goes up to talk to Morpheus, I'm drawing a blank, but
Lawrence
when he
Fishburne.
Lawrence Fishburne, he's talking to him. And he's like, "You have a choice to make." It's almost like he's reversing the role from the Matrix, making him. It's kind of reminding me of the scene, from the Matrix. He's telling me he has a choice to make. So, kind of noticed that last night.
Or whatever the hell his name is.
Yeah.
John Wick 4 is coming out soon. Yep. All right. I have not seen your entire show, but have you only done American films as favorites? Oh, so far I think so. Have we had any foreign films?
Not this time.
No, I don't think so. We all love them, a ton of them.
Yeah.
Just not during these years. Most of the ones I love are the older ones.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sure some will pop up later on in the series.
Yeah, as we go further, there's going to be some for sure.
Yeah.
No doubt about it.
I can guarantee you Dirk will have some.
I can
Yeah.
guarantee there's
Further
going to be
down.
some Italian something or other in there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. All right. Kal-El said, "Nah, I like Matrix Reloaded, man."
There might be some Asian cinema.
Shit.
Come up. Maybe.
Yeah. Some
Hey.
cat free.
Brian, you love the Matrix movies, right?
Oh, I hate the Matrix movies.
I like the first one, man. But
The first one, I watched the first one, but
I
I'm
can
not
deal
watching
with
any of the others.
Reloaded, but the third one, Revolution,
The third one,
is like,
yeah.
man, what the fuck happened?
All right. Video Man Gizmo says, "What about Border?" With a lot of question marks. Grinson, a lot of question marks. I'm sure they're great. I just hadn't seen them yet, so I couldn't put them on my list. I just hadn't seen them yet, but I'll definitely
it's-
check them out.
Yeah, definitely what we've seen. So
Yeah. All right. The monkey said Battle Royale. Yeah.
I think that's older than
yeah,
this group.
It's before 2016, right? Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. We're going to jump into the big round, guys. This is our number one from 2016, 2020. Dirk, it's the big one. Make it count.
Number one,
pressure.
man. And surprise, surprise, motherfuckers. Hereditary.
No way.
Nice.
I got the slip.
Oh, you got a slip too. Nice.
Of course.
Nah, man, I'm gonna read this shit. I wrote it, so I'm gonna read it. So
Look over Dirk's right shoulder when he leans back. You might get a clue of what he picked. They was gonna pick that number one.
Story time with
Right.
Dirk.
right. All right. This is it came out in 2018, $10 million budget, made $80 million, written and directed by Ari Aster. It's a supernatural psychological horror. You got Toni Collette as Annie, Millie Shapiro as Charlie, Gabriel Byrne as Steve, Alex Wolff as Peter, and Ann Dowd as Joan. And there's a lot more people, but these are the main people. So it is a family drama, the first half, that gets you invested in this family that's dysfunctional. And as it goes on, you realize they are cursed and more is revealed. Again, same as Midsommar. Multiple watches, man, are required to see everything that happens. Ari Aster's films stay with you and make you think. On the first watch, I didn't like it, which is I just think it was a bad time of my life. First time I seen it, and I had a lot of distractions going on, so that wasn't the type of movie to be watching. It's very important to not have distractions, and attention to detail makes the experience much better. It has made it to my number 5 film of all time for a reason. Interior scenes were shot on custom built sets on a soundstage to give the film a dollhouse look. Toni Collette should have at least been nominated for an Oscar, but she did win Best Actress at the Fangoria Chainsaw Awards in 2019. It's a slow burn, but worth the payoff reveal. A generations long ritual. No family is this fucked up.
Damn, Dirk, you made my notes on Hereditary look like shit. I had like 3
Right?
sentences. I had Naked Man Scary. That was awesome, man.
Like I said, this it's crazy because I didn't like this movie, and it jumped to my number 5 spot of all time films. Period. So
Well, I originally loved it
rewatching
just because it scared me so much, and most
Yeah.
movies don't scare me like that. You know?
Yeah, rewatching it last night, I got this fucking cold fucking chill. I'm not gonna say this part if anybody hadn't seen it. I don't want to ruin it, but there's one part, and it's in the last 20 minutes of the film, and that's what it makes it great to me, man. It's like character driven.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's gets you invested in
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But a lot of people shit on it. I'm just like, what the hell? But it's,
I don't get it either.
It's funny to me. There's such a split camp on who likes Midsommar better, who likes that better. Back and forth.
Yeah.
I'm definitely 100% Hereditary. But I like Midsommar, and I've liked it more the couple times I've watched it since the original time I passed out. But Hereditary from the get go has been my favorite. It's my favorite A24, not just out of those two.
right.
It's also one of the great. You know, I don't know about other people. I'm also involved in the real estate business, but the houses in a horror movie, make it memorable. Like I just watched this movie Orphan recently.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great horror movie house.
Yeah.
Hereditary, same thing. That's a great, the piece of property that they picked was perfect for it.
Right.
Yep.
And it, was originally supposed to be in the snow. It was supposed to be like a snow setting.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ari Aster also said it's a family tragedy that curdles into a nightmare.
Yeah,
That's
I read that.
One of his quotes.
Fucking crazy ass nightmare for sure.
Oh,
I think it's safe to say that Hereditary has won the night. That's that one has popped up. That's been the only repeat we've had. Surprisingly.
Oh, wait till everybody gets their number one. They're all going to pull this. So I mean, wait till it goes around. This will come up every time.
Right.
Well, I'm sure that's exactly what Dr. Ordinary is fixing to pull. Dirt Nail's a great number
Yep.
one, man.
Yeah, it's oh, go ahead. My bad.
Yeah. No, I was going to say I can't even make this shit up because my number one is Hereditary.
Nice. Round robin, I like it.
I mean, I'm not going to rehash what everybody's already said, but it's so cutting my teeth on horror movies. I've been a horror fan since day one. I'm a huge Sam Raimi fan. All the possession movies.
Right.
And what's crazy is at this core, it really is just a possession movie, but it turns it completely on its head by pulling in that family element. It's not. It takes you by surprise that you go, oh yeah, this is a horror movie where they're cursed and possessed, but you get no sense of that. And then Toni Collette, remember Toni, this is like the chick that was the mom in Sixth Sense.
Yeah.
The Fright Night, remake, Toni, and it's like she's a completely different person. You just kind of forget that that's Toni Collette at all.
Right.
But really the thing that got me with this movie is not expecting anything. That very, very opening scene, that cinematography of starting in the dollhouse, and then zooming out. I was like, that instantly, I was hooked. I was like, damn, this is going to be something different.
You're damn right, man.
So it's it really did that. Just that one scene, like you knew that you were watching something where somebody was taking something that was like a classic idea and making it something completely different. So it's my number one pick of the last 5 years, hands down.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I'm very excited that Hereditary's got so much left tonight. That's awesome.
Everybody
I actually thought that maybe I was the only one that was going to pick it. I was wrong.
Everybody
You
should have known better.
Right?
Everybody's putting number one.
Come on, Brad.
I'm like 5. It's all right. I like it.
It's okay.
Yeah,
It's
all
fine.
right.
Other movies
I can't
better,
stand fucking Alex Wolf, with his bitch ass.
Right? Right?
Fucking mole ass. Mole having ass.
Right?
Mole.
Your fucking head.
Oh, we're all
head fell off.
possessed. My
Get over
sister
it.
lost her head. Boo-hoo.
Get over it, bitch.
All right, Brad, you're up,
there's one
buddy.
part we haven't mentioned in it with Hereditary, when the whiny little bitch ass kid is smoking weed, talking to his friends, right, like to blow the weed out his window. You can see the point of view, the breath coming out that people are watching from outside, that are watching the house.
Yeah.
I just noticed that last.
I've seen it too.
I mean, you could watch this movie a dozen times and still pick up
You're
on
gonna
new
see
things.
some more shit. Yeah.
infinitely.
I never noticed
rewatchable.
that, so I need to watch it again now.
Yeah, when he's in his bedroom upstairs, he's smoking weed, texting with his friends. When the shots of him from the outside, the exterior shots of that window, you can see breath coming up,
Yep.
people watching. You
Yep.
know, so they're always there in the background, and
Right.
if you look close, you can find them in other scenes. But
Did you notice the picture of the grandma too? How dark her eyes were in
Yeah.
one picture where she's feeding the baby.
yeah, there's some dude. I mean,
There's
like,
so much shit going on.
Toni Collette's sculpting, like her little like sculptures that she does, are so fucking creepy. She does a sculpture where she's breastfeeding her daughter, and her
Yeah.
mom
Right.
is right there pulling her breast out to help breastfeed.
Yeah.
Like she's always trying to literally help. You know, like it's just it's a crazy good.
Talk about some undertones.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, my number one was going to come to no surprise to the people that are on this stream, but this is my all-time number one favorite movie. It's really not even close. It's Dragged Across Concrete.
Hell yeah.
I could watch this movie every day and I'd get tired of it. I love it. It's the kind of movie that's made for me. Hardcore crime movie. If there was a dictionary definition, it would be this movie. Like I said, like it's mentioned before, the criminals pictured here are utterly unhinged, 1000% serious. It's not a game. There's not one joke. They're not buddies. It's not a party. They're serious professionals, and it's played deadpan. I mean, the title "Dragged Across Concrete" should let you know, but again, it's directed by S. Craig Zoller. Love that guy. I wish he did.
Yeah.
Wish he did made movies every year. Supposed to take place in New York City. It actually is shot in Toronto, but does pretty well looking that way. But I'm gonna do a little reading, a little story time here. The story follows a senior detective played by Mel Gibson and a recently released convict played by Tory Kittles. And Tory Kittle's character gets out of prison, comes home to find his mother is now a drug-addicted prostitute. All this is going on in the same house where his crippled brother, much younger brother, lives, and immediately decides that, well, I can't go get a job at Wendy's. I got to make some money.
Yeah.
Because this shit's got to change. I got to take care of my family. And so he goes straight back to crime. Mel Gibson's character and his partner, played by Vince Vaughn, are police detectives, and they are suspended for 6 weeks without pay over a brutality claim. They both have some financial issues and decide that they need to do anything possible to make some money. Not necessarily crime, but you'll find all that in the movie when you watch it. Of course, they get a lot more than they bargained for. It doesn't go as easy as they thought it was going to be. And the stories of the Tony Kittle's character and the Mel Gibson character, these are the main characters, and the stories intersect, of course.
Right.
Like I said, this is a serious hardcore crime movie. You look up crime movie in the dictionary, this is what you come up. It has that direct crime film dialogue, like, let's say, Thief, before Michael Mann went Hollywood. It's a similar kind of dialogue where, the very matter of fact, they're not chit-chatting, okay? They're communicating to get a task across. There's not a lot of, middle words used. It's not a light conversation, any of it, because it's all business. It's all crime. The details in writing is really what draws me. Again, I'll say 1,000 times, the criminals are so well drawn, the way they behave, the way they act, the way they go after these, the way they prepare, everything is so well drawn, down to the wardrobe, down to the devices they use, everything.
Yeah, and you don't know jack shit about them.
And you know nothing about them, and the Mel Gibson's character knows nothing about them. The criminals, these characters here at the bottom, Tony Kittles goes to work for them, and nobody else wants to work for these guys. They're for good reason. And so that's where the stories intersect, is basically where I'm getting at. There's great cameos in it from Don Johnson and Udo Kier. Again, Don Johnson's very, very good in it. Udo Kier, does Udo Kier stuff. As far as the rest of the story goes, I really can't go into it any further without giving spoilers. But it's close to 3 hours, about 2.5 hours. Moves right along, even though there's not a lot happening. I'd recommend just blind buying it, checking it out. Again, know what you're getting into. The title, Dragged Across Concrete, should let you know that it's not a party. It's not a fun movie. Nobody is, stealing a car and robbing gold and grabbing the steering wheel, jumping it and going, whoa! It's not that kind of crime movie. It's real. It's not a party. And definitely, of all the things I've mentioned, check this one out above anything else.
Yeah.
It's all of $8 on Amazon.
And Jennifer Carpenter, man, she has the best performance in the movie.
Jennifer Carpenter, I didn't even want to say she's in it because you don't that whole sequence comes out of left field. The stories blend again.
Yeah.
Jennifer Carpenter, I was never a fan of her on Dexter, but she's really good in all of those movies.
I like everything she's done, like Exorcism, Emily Rose. I mean, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Great movie, man.
Alan's
you're muted.
Yeah, you're muted. You're muted. Yeah,
Huh?
there you
Yeah, I can't hear y'all.
go. Hear you.
Alan, you're having a stroke.
I wasn't saying nothing important anyway. It don't matter. Good. I was just saying, great movie, Brad. Good job. Yada yada, all that shit.
Yep.
I'm in it though.
all the shit you didn't want to hear about.
Yeah. Brian, what you got?
Yeah, Brian.
No, what I was saying was we got a lot of good comments out there in the chat. Whatever, we'll catch them on in just a minute. What I was saying. So.
Oh yeah.
I'm recovering, guys. Come on, I'm recovering. All right, go ahead, Brian.
All right. My number one's going to be my favorite Nicholas Winding Refn film, and it's not Drive. It's The Neon Demon. This movie is about Elle Fanning's character. She's a young, aspiring model, and it just shows like how crazy the modeling agency this is kind of a stretch, but the modeling agency can be, I guess, in Los Angeles. And Christina Hendricks is in there. She plays like the modeling agency, like the head of the modeling agency, kind of like directing the girls and stuff like that. You also got Keanu Reeves in here randomly as a landlord of the apartment that Elle Fanning's character stays at. He's kind of ridiculous in it. He's kind of an asshole in it, actually. But
landlords.
Yeah. But this is just a wild movie. It starts off and straight up just like a modeling type of movie, and then it just unhinges itself and just goes like this really artsy, like weird, crazy. I don't know. There's cannibalism in here. There's like necrophilia in this movie. It's really gory and random. Jenna Malone her character in this movie is insane. This was shot in chronological order when they filmed it, so that's pretty cool to know. There was a scene that I was reading that Elle Fanning. There was this scene in the beginning of the movie when her eyes are open so long that her contact lenses from the modeling lights, like burned into her retinas of her eye. So I don't know, man.
Damn.
Have you guys seen this movie at all?
I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it.
I've seen it.
You've seen it?
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, I just think it's just nuts, especially like the last 30-40 minutes of it. It just goes off the walls, and I don't want to spoil anything with it, but I don't know how to explain it really.
There's stuff. Yeah, you have to see it.
You have to see it. If you like Drive and Only God Forgives from Nicholas Winding Refn, he's got an amazing score in here by I think
that's a hell of a release.
Cliff Martinez. Yeah, this is a German media book edition.
Okay. Hell yeah.
Did you book?
Nice.
I can't show the images inside here because there's nudity in there. So,
it's okay. YouTube says okay.
Solid movie, man. I saw this in theaters and I was like, whoa! I didn't know what I was getting into because the trailer just didn't really show too much. But
what is it? Is it like a horror?
Yeah, it's a horror. Definitely a horror.
Okay.
Yeah. Just check it out.
Hell yeah. Sound like it'd be up my alley. Shit.
Yeah, you'd like
I wrote it down, man. I never seen it, but I'm Definitely check it out.
It's on
I've never
Amazon
seen it. I've
Prime,
heard
too.
good things about it, but I've never seen it. Yeah.
Dirk,
It's a
you'd
wild
love
one.
Only God Forgives too. You'd love that one. With,
Yeah.
Same guy, but it's
Cool.
also right up your alley.
All right, I'm gonna do my number one here. So when I was doing my top 5, I really only had to do a top 4 because I already knew what number 1 was. I wrote that one down, then I had to figure out the other 4. This movie, when I seen it, absolutely fell in love with it. I still love it. Let's put it this way: when I watch the Academy Awards, I usually don't get pissed off. But with this movie here, I was like, okay, if this don't win everything, I'm gonna beat somebody's ass. That's how I feel. That's how much I love this fucking movie when it came out. And I'm talking about Joker.
Yeah.
This movie absolutely blew me away. I love Joaquin Phoenix. I loved him going into this, and what he does with this character is one of the most impressive jobs I've ever seen a character get into a role. I mean, halfway through the movie, I had to say, okay, this guy's really not crazy. He's just playing a part. He did it so well. He was nominated 3 times before for awards, but he didn't win. He was nominated for Best Actor for Walk the Line and The Master. He was also nominated for Best Supporting Actor in The Gladiator. He did win Best Actor for this, but unfortunately, the movie didn't win Best Picture that year. That award went to Parasite, which I do like Parasite, but I mean, come on, you kidding me? Joaquin lost 52 pounds for this role, and they said on set whatever that he was so in this character that it was creepy, and him and Robert De Niro, they didn't spend a lot of time together unless they were doing their scenes. They did have a little bit of problems in the very beginning, but Joaquin Phoenix kind of, Robert De Niro really believes in doing like a table read. Joaquin Phoenix didn't, but because it's Robert De Niro, he gave in. And later on, he did admit Robert De Niro was his favorite actor and that kind of stuff, whatever. But he was kind of the one that got him back into acting, him and his brother, River Phoenix. But he said that Robert De Niro said that he's a strange dude, but has mad respect for his skills. He got into the character. He had nothing but good things to say about him. If you hadn't seen this movie, I mean, let's put it this way. All the posters in my room, I got like 13 posters. They're all old classic movies. This is the only modern movie that I have on my wall. That's how much I liked it.
Hell yeah.
Just mad respect for what he did with his role. And those stairs at the very end, when he finally reveals the full Joker get-up, and he goes down the stairs with the music, they say that those stairs in real life now are not quite as popular, but almost as popular for people to go see, like the Rocky Steps in Philadelphia. People make trips to do those steps just from this movie. So that's pretty cool. But it came out October 4th, 2019. Had a $55 million budget, made $335 million in the U.S., and this sumbitch made over $1 billion worldwide. It was the first R-rated movie to make $1 billion worldwide, by the way. Let's work on anything else. Nominated for 11 Academy Awards, the most of any film in the Oscars that year. I think that's it, guys. But yeah, I love it. You can't tell. That is my number one, and like I said, that was an easy pick.
That was one of my honorable men. It's crazy for somebody that in their professional life kind of works with a lot of people that struggle with mental health issues. I mean, I don't know who was coaching him, but he nailed it. And what's really crazy to me about this movie is the dude that directed this is the guy that directed The Hangovers, Road Trip, Old School. I mean, Bradley Cooper was one of the producers, like from The Hangover. So talk about a dark movie from a director. I mean, you talk about actors and their versatility, but what like versatility in a director to be able to go from directing Old School to this super, super dark movie.
Oh yeah.
And they're officially making a sequel. Of course, it made $1 billion. Of course, they're gonna make a sequel. But they're making a sequel, and I'm pretty excited. Hope it doesn't mess with the first one. I mean, hope it still is. Yeah. It's good.
It's a more realistic portrayal, I guess you'd say.
And I really wish that his character would have carried over into the Pattinson universe. If that would have been the bad guy, I'd have been so much more excited.
To me, that was a big disappointment in that.
But I don't think Joaquin Phoenix wanted to be the Joker for 10 years. You know what I mean? But then again, they threw enough money at him. He's doing a sequel now. Money talks.
Ton of money.
He's extremely method too, right?
Yeah, he's a weird dude, man. In real life, he's a weird dude.
A method actor.
Yeah, but he's
fantastic. For the second most money. I think he signed for the second most money an actor has ever received, or will ever receive coming forward in the next year's movies. has a 40 million, 50 million, I can't remember, plus points.
Something like that. Yeah, I was reading
Tom
that
Cruise
too,
just got 100 million for Maverick,
Yeah.
Maverick,
which
yep.
is the record plus points. So
Have y'all seen that one with him? I was never really there. Or
yeah, I saw it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have.
Okay, I haven't seen it yet. It looks weird.
It's weird. He does everything he does. Even back in the day when he did that interview with David Letterman, where David Letterman thought he was intoxicated or something. He was just being himself.
Yeah,
He
I
was
like
on that
how they
Sheen.
did the tie-in with the Wayne family. You know, he goes to see the Wayne family. He believes he's Batman's brother, and that makes so much sense going forward. You know, I believe it's going to make so much sense going forward.
All right, I'm catching on the chat, guys, and we're gonna go over really fast to do our honorable mentions. We probably won't go into much detail on these because we have been going for 2.5 hours. You know, I got a early morning, so we're gonna go through the honorable mentions once I catch them on the chat. But you know, it's hard to do a top 5, and I kind of wanted to do a couple honorable mentions just so we could give some other movies some love. You know, just make it a little easier on us. Let me go back here.
I'm curious what y'all's are.
Yeah, me too. All right. I think this is where we left off at. All right, check out Grinson. If you don't like it, I will do a nude show on my channel without telling my girlfriend. I promise I will be single after doing that. Okay.
Grinson, huh? All right, I'm gonna write it down. We'll check it out.
All right.
So if we don't watch it, you won't do the nude show.
Right?
Okay.
That's what I picked up on too.
Dirk wrote it down. Dirk's ready for that show. He's there. Right. The monkey said, "Wonderful sleep."
Well, let me scratch the shit out. Damn.
Kal-El said, "Ice Cream Man thoughts." Laugh out loud. Yeah.
Ice Cream Man.
Ice Cream Man
Howard.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll talk about that when we get to that year.
That's a fun time.
Get to that section. The monkey. To be fair, I only watched Battle Royale when it came out on Blu-ray, so I thought it was in your range of films. All right, we should do a Europe/USA show where you have to see some weird ass European films. I choose, and I have to see some films from the Asylum. I'm assuming the USA would
From
be
the
the Asylum.
Asylum.
All right, American Pride Studio Asylum.
Oh, Asylum film, Sharknado, those kind of things.
Right, Sharknado.
Oh, gotcha.
The Roger Corman-esque.
All right, Kal-El says, hard to do a 5, but Get Out, Dr. Sleep, Mother, Brightburn, Dark Fate. Yeah, I said it. Brightburn was awesome. Yeah, Dr. Sleep, Get Out was real close for me making my list. So
that's your 5, man. That's your 5. You know?
Dark Fate, is that the Terminator movie?
Yeah, Terminator. Linda Hamilton's old ass.
I actually just blind bought Brightburn for like $6. And the 4K, I got that coming. I'm gonna check.
Brightburn was good.
Out.
I like Brightburn.
I like Brightburn a lot.
Brightburn. Get Out, Dr. Sleep made my top 34.
Oh,
it was close to making my
Yep.
Dr. Sleep was good, man. I mean,
somebody mentioned Upgrade earlier in the chat. Upgrade was on my list too. Didn't quite make it, but all right, Caveman, what's going on, man?
Hey, man.
Come on, guy.
Damn, Brad selling this movie like he got money on it. Laugh out loud, good though.
Hey, if you love it, you love it, man.
Hey, damn right, that's what it's all about, man. That's why we want to do the stream, man.
Exactly.
Drag's Lionsgate property, so 4K steelbook slipcover. Come on, please. Alan, what would that be if that came out?
A bald ass. Hashtag bald ass.
That's right, a bald ass.
Yeah.
All right, Cynthia Eubanks said.
I couldn't help but laugh when fucking Alan was still there talking about the Joker. If this don't win everything, I'm gonna beat everybody's. It's just the way you said it.
I watch the Oscars, but I don't usually give a shit. But I'm sitting there, I'm texting my son, going, "What the fuck? Fuck Parasite." You know,
I'm gonna beat everybody's ass. It doesn't any costumes.
They knew that in Hollywood too. They got the memo.
Yeah.
Sydney Eubanks says Sicario 1 and 2 are my favorites. I say that I like it, but it ain't Joker.
I've never seen
I
it.
like it.
I've never seen it. It was too hype. I will see it eventually. But
yeah, I've never seen it either. Yeah.
Sicario doesn't meet
No.
Sicario 1 doesn't meet this. Sicario
Nope.
2 would have been in here, I believe, if I remember correctly. But
Yep.
Sicario
Yeah.
1 is 15.
Yeah,
No, Sicario, man. It's
It's a good one.
Hell of a
yeah,
flick.
it is.
The first one, especially,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
Okay. Kello said I had fun with it. The scene with them breaking in and at the beginning was funny to me, but yeah.
What's that?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Breaking in.
Not sure. Breaking in at the beginning.
Could it
Is
be
he talking about
Drax?
Dragged Across Concrete?
They don't
Maybe.
break in anywhere in the beginning.
Yeah. I mean, that's what she's talking about, probably.
The beginning opens up with a sex scene with Tony Kittles.
Yeah.
Tori
I think he's
Kittles,
talking
whatever.
about when he puts the foot on dude's neck and shit.
Yeah, maybe that, but they don't break in. You know, I don't know.
Yeah.
All right, Chrissy, City Bates. Oh, yeah, I love Sicario.
Fuck yeah.
My number one will probably be Mandy.
Mandy's
I like
good
Mandy.
choice. It's a
Mandy's
really
good.
one.
Mandy's a good choice. Yeah.
Anthony said, you guys are doing an excellent job talking about these movies. I love these story time segments where you get to really tell us why you love the movie. Yep, that's what it's all about. That's why we wanted to do it.
Or why you hate
Appreciate
the
that,
movie.
Right. It's
Fuck that
180 out with us. Stupid
Sydney
ass
said,
movie. I
Neon
love
Demon
this
is a
movie.
good movie. I enjoyed it. Yeah, I
Oh,
wrote it
yeah.
down. Brian, I'm going to check that out. I
Yeah,
got
I
that
got
and the
it, yeah.
standoff from Sparrow Creek wrote down. I got some others
It's a
in my
little,
notes.
a little hard to explain without just giving away the shit.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like that staying off of Sparrow Creek, I had like this much notes because I'm like, you can't really
Right.
talk.
How do you
about
do it without? Yeah.
it. Yeah.
All right, Joker was very good. Yep. Okay, Pop, Joker.
I'm gonna beat everybody's ass.
In his
Chris
chat.
said, Gladiator is my all-time
Dear
favorite movie. Yeah, I love
Hollywood.
Joker. This is my address. Come see me. All right, Pop. Did you watch him film during the making of the film? Him getting into character. It's amazing to watch for the tub scene. There's a video out there showing it. Yeah, I watched a lot of stuff on it. Whatever. Another thing I didn't mention is that laugh he did. It literally caused him physical pain. He did that laugh so much, whatever. But they said that he stuck through it. But there was times that he was in physical pain from doing that laugh, and it's just, I don't know, man.
You know, everybody that's played the Joker has to go to that dark
And-
ass place. You know.
And there's
Right.
there's people that are like professionals in the field. You know, that I don't know the politically correct way to say it. They work, you know, with the mentally challenged or whatever, the crazy house, whatever you want to call it. Maybe
Yeah.
that's not the right thing to say. But they literally said they
Go past
analyzed
that
the
part,
way.
Pops.
Okay, sorry. The way they did that, the way Joaquin Phoenix played that role, they said it was spot on. To he said it was amazing. Some of the shit he did in that movie was just it was believable in playing the role.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
Would you say he's the best Joker?
Yes. No. But him and Heath Ledger is close. I don't know, man. I can't
You
really
like
pick
Heath
between
over
those
Jack?
two. I like both of them over Jack. I love Jack's
Oh,
too, but
shit.
both of them are going to be over Jack for me. Yeah.
Okay, well I disagree with that one, but it's
Yeah.
cool.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I
don't
love
know,
Jack Nicholson Joker. I love that the Michael Keaton. I love all that shit.
Right.
But
There's something
but
about
for
the
me,
Heath Ledger Joker though. That
and
He's
I go
dark
back
as
and forth every time I watch the Heath Ledger Joker. I go back and forth. I don't know, man. It's
That
random.
The
pick.
Dark Knight should have been rated R, and
Right.
we wouldn't be a conversation.
Great point. Yep.
If it
Yeah.
was rated R, Heath Ledger would have
100%.
got to do some more serious.
Right.
I mean, what does he do? He throws a fat guy off a bridge. He robs a bank.
Dresses
he
up like a
blows
nurse.
up a hospital.
If you let him be the Joker,
Yeah,
it would have been very
Yeah.
dark.
yeah.
Right, you put Jack Nicholson in one of those R-rated Batman movies, he would have knocked it out of the park.
Yeah,
That movie
been,
had-
been different, been a totally different,
Yeah.
Tim
thing.
Burton style Batman, yeah.
Yeah, that was a souped up
That's-
Beetlejuice is all that was.
But it did seem like
You know,
the Joker from the books, in a way. Well, from the old show,
Yeah,
I should
well, whereas Joker
Right.
is rated
Yeah.
R. Joker is rated R. It's a hard R, so he
Right.
could do a lot more.
say. Right.
Callow said the Joker sequel is a musical.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Really?
That's what they say. Yeah.
Oh man.
And Lady Gaga's in it too.
That was just like
Fuck that shit. I ain't
it
watching
better
it.
fucking not be. I'll tell you that. Beat everybody's ass.
It's got,
I will
it's got
beat
Lady Gaga in
everybody's
there too.
ass.
All right. That just fucked me all up. All right, the monkey said.
I don't know when he said that. All I could think was, and the award for best musical, The Joker. The award for best everything has to win everything, or I'm beating somebody's ass.
I was still stuck on Heath Ledger, Brokeback Joker.
Yeah, Brokeback Joker.
Yeah.
All right, the most odd fact of directors is the director of Oz. Indian in the Cupboard.
Indie in the cupboard, the kids movie.
Yeah, I guess so.
Damn,
Well,
that's a trip. Hey, that's
Lady
Rain.
Gaga's
though,
Harley
man.
Quinn in part 2. I think I have heard that.
Yeah, she was good in Star is Born, man. She was really good in that shit.
It was good
Yeah,
in
she
House
was,
of Gucci too. I like House of Gucci.
Yeah.
I have no problem with the cast, man, but I don't want a movie where they just fucking sing the whole fucking time.
Yeah, no,
You know?
all right,
either, man.
I mean,
I don't like
fuck that.
musicals. I
all
can't
right, wrap
stand
it up.
You know?
I can't
All right,
stand
Alan.
musicals.
You know? Oh, I got something to say, but I'm gonna fucking sing to you for 10 fucking minutes.
Yeah.
No,
Not-
I
Alan-
Break it out in song,
No.
you know.
Alan, this is not a drive-through. Okay, everything's all right.
I don't know, man. That bums me out.
Alan, stop backing up
I
reverse
hate
from the drive-thru.
Batman.
He's right back in that fucking window again.
So is Batman gonna be in
The
it
opposite
too?
way.
I mean, you know.
I said curly fries, bitch. I will beat everybody's ass up in there.
Batman gonna
Yep.
dance around and shit.
And the award for best foreign film, Joker.
All I want is
He
meat
was
and
a-
cheese, damn it.
Got everything minus cheese. He was in character Letterman. That's what they say. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they said. Yeah.
All right. Caveman says, "Hey y'all,
Hey,
just
man.
got home from the hospital. Hope you're doing all right, man.
Yeah.
At least you're home.
Best of luck to
Yeah.
you, buddy. Hit that like button. I appreciate it.
If I see.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. He gave you some good meds there, buddy. I have a love-hate relationship. Phoenix, you guys know me. Talk me in to see Joker.
Yeah, man. It's
He's
definitely
heard
worth
it by now.
Yeah.
Just see it. Just watch it, damn it.
Yeah, watch that shit.
This would be a great time to watch that.
Yeah,
If
exactly.
you're-
Yep.
All right. Heath is the best, but Jack Nicholson is legend in his own right. He was born to play the Joker. He was, and I agree with what they were saying. If Jack Nicholson could be in an R-rated Joker, Batman Joker movie, yeah, I'd like to. I'd love to
Maybe
see
it's
that.
nostalgia, man, but Jack's still my favorite Joker. I mean,
Your favorite
yeah.
actor too.
yeah, my
Yes,
favorite
I mean,
actor.
of course.
Right.
So I'm a little biased. So.
I mean, if Sylvester Stallone was to play the Joker, I'd be in the same boat.
Oh shit!
There you go, Batman.
Arnold Schwarzenegger is the Riddler in
Oh shit!
Hey, he was Mr. Freeze.
1
That
plus
was
2 equals
that's a
what?
scary image. Sly and the Joker, you know.
All right,
ripped and shit.
Hollis says, "Shove those music up your ass." Okay, Pops, calm down. Kyle said, "Pop's whole vibe went downhill after the Joker news." I felt well. Sorry, man. I'm good, man. I'm good. All right, guys, we're gonna do the honorable mentions real fast. We're gonna get on out of here. I ain't even gonna do the solo layout. Just go ahead and throw. Well, yeah, why not? We won't break the trend. Go ahead.
All right,
What you got?
I got it's a H.P. Lovecraft adaptation, Color Out of Space.
Great
Oh, man.
movie.
I gotta check
Yeah.
that out. I got the 4K. I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, man, this
That was a great movie.
is an awesome movie. There's a
Great
couple
movie.
scenes that kind of hung it up a little bit with the CGI, but they don't really. I mean, the practical effects are awesome too, though. I'm just gonna read this quote right quick from H.P. Lovecraft. He said, "I think the most merciful thing in the world is the inability of the human mind to correlate all of its contents. We exist on a placid island of ignorance, surrounded by the black seas of infinity, and it was not meant that we should voyage far." H.P. Lovecraft. It's written and directed by Richard Stanley. He directed The Island of Dr. Moreau, and that fucking movie bombed. So, you know,
Yeah, that's a
this
weird ass movie though.
Yeah, it bombed bad, and he hadn't directed a movie until this, and this come out in 2019, and I believe it's the most accurate Lovecraft adaptation. Yeah, it's just great ass movie, man. Like tripped out shit. I ain't got a whole lot more to say about it. Check it out.
Great writer.
You got another honorable mention? Or you just got the one?
Yeah, I got another one.
We'll go ahead and we'll throw them both out.
Okay.
You guys are all with that?
Yeah, knock them both out.
Oh, I mean, and I forgot to mention, it's got Nicolas Cage as the father, Nathan. Jolia Richardson is Teresa, the mother, and Lavina Gardner. That's the character's name, Lavina Gardner. Madeline Arthur. And the little boy's name is, I think, Jack Julian Hilliard. Okay. Anyway, that was one of them. Oh yeah, and Ezra's Tommy Chong. Forgot about that shit. Okay, here's my other one. Upgrade.
Yes.
Oh, hell yeah.
My top 5.
Great movie. Yep.
Yeah, it's transhumanism, AI, Terminator type, but it's original futuristic revenge film, Death Wish, RoboCop, Terminator mixed all together. They had a baby, but it's pretty damn original.
Yep. It's a winner for sure.
That's my 2. Upgrade, check them out.
And they're working on technology similar to Upgrade right now.
Yeah, it's pretty thrown off.
Yeah.
And that actor that played that movie looks a lot like Tom Hardy. When I watched the trailer, I thought it was Tom Hardy.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
And his facial expressions while he's doing that the choreography of the fight scene.
Yeah, that first time that happens when he beats that guy's ass in the house. Love that scene.
Yeah, and his face is like doing the opposite of what his body's doing. He's like, "What the?" It's crazy, man.
Hardcore.
That's what's his name?
Sci-fi flick.
Is it Lee Winnell? Yeah, Lee Winnell directed that.
The same director as Invisible Man.
Yeah, and Saul with James Wan.
Yeah.
Oh damn!
Yep.
Okay.
I love that Invisible Man too.
Yeah,
yeah.
That's a great movie.
It almost got picked, man. It almost made my shit, but I don't know. Upgrade.
Upgrade's killer. I loved it. I thought it was great.
Yeah,
Great
it's brutal as
movie.
shit too. That's only a $5 million budget. I mean, to say that sounds crazy, but for what he
For a technology movie, that's really low.
what he did with that money is crazy.
Right.
It was a great one. All right, Dr. Ordinary, what you got for your honorables?
All right, so one of my honorable mentions was Joker, so we'll just go past that part. We just talked about it. But it's funny that somebody
You can
mentioned
talk about it if you want
non-American
to.
movies. Can we talk about the musical?
About to get your ass beat, Ryan.
I'm going to beat everybody's ass up in your house. Somebody mentioned something about non-American movies. The other thing, other than horror movies, that I cut my teeth on, that I'm a huge fan of the genre, is zombie movies. And this movie, I'm really particular about zombie movies, kind of blew me away, and that was Train to Busan, which is a South Korean zombie movie. There was something about this movie that they captured the whole idea of that edge of your seat, not sure what's going on, something crazy is happening, zombie-esque movie. I thought it was a sleeper hit. It was a great zombie movie. And apparently James Wan is talking about doing an American version of it called Last Train to New York.
Oh, really?
There's
I didn't
been
hear about
a lot
that.
of rumors about that. Yeah.
Damn.
So, in fact, there's 2 James Wan rumors out there that he's doing Last Train to New York, and he's doing speaking of Stephen King's, he's going to do the Tommyknockers, which I think the Tommyknockers have been officially announced, and Last Train to New York is like a late 2023, early 2024 movie. So that's my honorable mentions. If you're a zombie fan and you've never seen Last Train to Train to Busan, you won't be disappointed.
Yeah, nah, man.
And the sequel, Peninsula, was kind of a letdown.
And the acting.
I wasn't a huge fan of Peninsula, but man, you get
great,
that Train to Busan. You feel that unease and that being on edge, and I thought they did a great. Especially for a movie that is somebody that has reading subtitles, you still feel it.
Yeah, the relationship, the acting, through the facial expressions, man, it's like, damn.
And the thing with zombies, the one thing you don't want to be with a zombie is in a enclosed, tight space.
Yeah, I think that's why it works so well, because it's claustrophobic as hell.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
But great picks, man.
Hell yeah.
Damn, I didn't even think about Last Train to Busan. That might have. Damn it.
I did want to mention one thing I just forgot about Upgrade though, that I didn't notice before. You know, when he's going up and he's trying, and then like he's shutting down or whatever, and he's trying to punch the button to the damn apartment.
Yeah.
It says J1 on that apartment.
Oh, really?
That he's punching the fucking button. That's like a shout out to his boy,
Yeah.
I thought that shit was cool.
Well, that's pretty cool.
Oh.
It's about time for me to rewatch that again. I don't think I own that on physical. I need to fix that.
God, get your shit together, Alan.
Yeah, what are you doing with your life, man?
Second Sight is a good edition of it, Alan.
Do they?
You can buy it when they come out with Upgrade the Musical.
Yeah. That'd be fun.
I'll buy the box set.
Well, the first one, my honorable mentions. I can't believe somebody didn't pick it. Hell or High Water.
Yeah.
Oh, good flick.
Pretty good movie. I don't know if anybody's seen it. Everybody's fucking seen it. And everybody's like kind of creaming over it now because they got this really cool edition. I got the other 4K. It's the one I watch. I have it somewhere. This thing's still sealed. But great movie, really underrated, and same director, same writer as Sicario. So I love this movie. Ben Foster. I could talk all day about how great Ben Foster is, but he's awesome in this. Check this one out. And the other one is Logan. This is a great movie.
That was in one of possible honorable mention. Yep.
Yep.
Brad, I don't mean to steal your fucking thunder, but look at this. These are my two honorable mentions. You picked the same fucking ones.
What the
fucking dork.
Go about your business. God damn it.
I almost said Logan too.
I don't mean to steal your thunder. Let me stop the whole thing.
You're good.
One thing to note with this release is it has this noir version that's black and white.
Oh.
I love that when they do that. I'm not like the cinephile snob Criterion.
There you are.
But for some reason, in movies like this, Fury Road also has a release that's black and white. They really work in these modern movies somehow. Anyway, this is really good in black and white or color, whichever way. But really dark, really adult, superhero type story. A good end for the character, good end for the actor, so he's never going to play the character again. So I like this one a lot.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, man.
That one got nominated, didn't it?
I think it did.
I think that one did get nominated for some kind of Oscar or some shit.
Yeah.
If it didn't, I'll beat everybody's ass.
Yeah.
Brad, I do have this limited edition still, but it's out of print, by the way.
Is that the one that comes with the noir cut?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I think they all did.
I think.
It would be a disc that says
somewhere
noir cut 4K.
That he really, really liked the black and white, the noir version of it. He thought it played well.
Yeah, it doesn't. I'm sure it doesn't work for everything, and I don't care. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
It really works for that specific title.
Damn, I need to see that shit, man. I haven't seen that.
Dude.
Yeah, Fury Road also has a noir cut, black and chrome edition, where they do it noir.
Yeah, now I want to check that out for sure.
Yeah.
Great picks, Brad.
That is crazy, man. That's crazy.
I guess we'll do yours since mine's ruined.
Yeah, well, I'm going to break this up a little bit and throw some Pixar in the mix. One of my honorable mentions, I love this movie. It was the last movie me and Coco got to see before COVID hit, so it means a lot to us in that aspect too, in theater, I mean. And that's Onward. It's just it's kind of a basic story. Two brothers, their father passed away, and they're able to embark on this quest to bring him back to life for just one day. So it's got Chris Pratt and Tom Holland in there as the main characters. I really enjoyed it, and it's my favorite Pixar movie of all time. So
Fucking Disney's
Nice.
dark, boy. They got some dark shit.
Oh yeah, they're
They
always
do.
talking
They
about,
start.
always talking about death.
Yeah.
So yeah, I had to mention this one, and we actually have the poster in our bedroom of it too. So
Yeah.
and,
Looks like a killer release, though, man.
yeah, it's one of those Target. We get the Target editions or whatever. It's got like the I don't know. It's got like a gallery book inside of it. Inside of here,
Okay.
like a book inside and shit. And,
Yeah,
but it has a slipcover too. It's kind of like a big slipcover. It's got the regular
Oh, nice.
4K art underneath it.
Cool.
Yep. And this one nobody talks about. I love anything Richard Linklater does, and this is just one that, like, it's supposed to be like a kind of like a quote unquote sequel to Dazed and Confused, and it's Everybody Wants Some.
okay. I didn't know about it.
Nobody talks about this movie now. Like, it was pretty funny. I think it came out in 2016.
That's a Van Halen song, man.
Yeah, and
Everybody wants some.
no real big notable actors in here. I know it's got Zoe Dutch in it. You know, what's her name's daughter, Leah Thompson's daughter in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just a
I'm
real
writing
fun
that
movie.
down. I didn't even know about it.
It's a real fun one about these group of guys that they play baseball in the summer and stuff like that. But it's about them in college or whatever, and they're all living together in the dorms and stuff. And it's just real fun, like kind of a guys movie where they're just ripping on each other the whole time and stuff, and just having a blast. If you like Dazed and Confused, I definitely recommend this one.
Hell yeah.
Got some great music in it too.
So it's a sequel to Dazed?
It's one of those. It's like you know how they called The Wildlife a sequel to Fast Times at Ridgemont High?
Right. Yeah.
It's kind of like that. It's like a spiritual sequel. You
It's
know,
like another
Same
decade kind of thing.
Or
yeah. It
No.
has nothing. It has nothing to do with Dazed and Confused. It's just kind of like in the same vein of that.
okay.
Same director and everything. So
I got you.
Nice picks.
What'd your two,
Well-
Alan?
What do you think, Alan?
Well, I do have some things to say about Logan that you didn't mention, so I'm going to say that, I guess. And I'll show off the steelbook again, since that's the only thing I really got to work with.
Let's see that in full screen. Let's see that Steelbook's full screen. Yeah.
There you
It looks killer, man. Seriously.
go. Back. And, yeah, it's a cool release, man.
Yeah, I hadn't seen that. People were
Um,
like, what the fuck? Probably at me, but,
But I've always liked the Old Man Logan stories from the comic books. This is set in 2029 in the future. All the X-Men have disbanded. They've done something where there hadn't been a mutant child born in like however many years, and so like I said, the X-Men have been disbanded. Logan is starting to lose his power to self-heal. So me and him have a lot in common. We're getting older. Everything hurts. He gets shot multiple times, and it takes a while for the bullets to fall out of him. I have the same pain when I put on my socks. But other than that, we have a lot in common. Logan basically agrees to transport a young girl to the Canadian border, finds out that she has similar abilities. They made her out of his DNA, so they have the same kind of abilities to self-heal, and they got the blades and all that stuff. This is an R-rated movie, which Logan absolutely needed an R-rated movie. And the opening scene, when he's sticking his claws through somebody's head multiple times, I said, oh yeah, I'm on board. This is what I've been waiting for.
Fucking ripping people's arms off and shit, legs off.
Yeah. They say the F word in this movie 35 times. And if you've seen the other X-Men movies, which I'm fans of, it was wild to see an X-Men movie R-rated throwing all the F-bombs out there. Logan being the Logan he's supposed to be. And you can't do that anything other than R-rated movie. Like Brad said, they also have the black and white version of this, which is fantastic. Movie had a $97 million budget. A $97 million budget. It made $226 million in the States and $619 million worldwide. Came out March 3rd, 2017. Directed by James Mangold. Patrick Stewart, by the way. You can't sleep on him either. He's much older in this. You know the powers that Patrick Stewart has, but Xavier has. Professor X, sorry. And basically, he's starting to get dementia. And so every time he has a seizure or whatever, all kind of shit goes down. You know, you don't want somebody, one of the most powerful mutants in the world, to have mental problems. And the way they did that, and I read some behind the scenes stuff of how they did the Hugh Jackman thing. You know, Hugh Jackman's acting like everybody kind of freezes because he kind of freezes everybody around him. There's somebody behind Hugh Jackman pulling him with a rope during that scene to make him really strain, to kind of bring out the effect. It's kind of cool how they did it. That's all I got on Logan. The other one that he stole from me was Hell or High Water. I ain't got a whole lot to say about that. He ain't already said. Everybody needs to see the movie. They ain't already seen it. It's fucking great. It's fantastic. Taylor Sheridan was a Texas Ranger. Where's my notes here? Sorry. Yeah, Taylor Sheridan was a Texas Ranger for 30 years. Hold on. I left that apart. The directors, Sheridan, Ty Sheridan, Taylor Sheridan, whatever I guess they call him both. I think his uncle was a Texas Ranger for 30 years, and he was a consultant for Jeff Bridges during the movie. That's what I was trying to say. Yeah. You have a divorced father and an ex-con brother that robbed banks to try to save their family ranch in West Texas. Due to Chris Pine's schedule, he was filming Star Trek Beyond. He was only available to shoot for 2.5 weeks. So all of his scenes were shot together at the very beginning. And $12 million budget, made $27 million in the States, $37 million worldwide, came out August 26, 2016. And that's what I got.
That's also, it's Taylor Sheridan, by the way, same dude that did Yellowstone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, he's in Yellowstone, and he co-created it, wrote it, and 1883.
And didn't he do Wind River also?
Wind River, Sicario.
Also almost made my list, by the way.
I've watched
One
a
thing
few.
you didn't mention about this one that you should have. Anybody ever notice when you watch this, Logan does not smoke in this.
Right.
Normally he has a cigar in his mouth.
Hold on.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, he does. But he does grab a handful of cigars out of the store.
There's a reason he grabs the cigars. So he has cancer in this. That's the thing. He has cancer. So he's not smoking. Then once he realizes he doesn't care anymore, he just grabs a handful of cigars. That's the theory, at least. He never says that he has cancer, but that's the reason he's not smoking at the beginning and all that stuff. Something along those lines, some sort of cancer-like, thing.
But if anybody hasn't seen Logan at this point, I'm fixing to spoil it. At the very end, I'm watching this in the theater now. I'm watching a fucking superhero movie and getting teared up. The very end when they have the cross on his grave and it turns sideways a little bit, turns into an X. Classic. Great way to end it.
Right.
I mean, I loved it. So I thought that was a nice little touch. But guys, we've been going for 3 hours. I was shooting for 2, but it's been a great time. I appreciate everybody in the chat. I'm going to go and finish up what's out there in the chat, and we're going to get on out of here. Let's see. Lift off the caveman there. We'll start off here. I think this is where it was. Heath is best, but Jack Nicholson's legend is on right. Okay, we've read that. Shove those views. We read that. All right. Here it is. Caveman says he has a UTI for me.
Okay. All right.
Hope you feel better, man. All right. You tell him, Dirk. All right. Porn spammer. Caveman says the synopsis that Dirk recited. Thank you for the RTE price alert. Think I have it already. All right. Sydney Eubanks says Hell or High Water, awesome movie, very underrated. Logan was good too. Hell or High Water, Ben Foster cut his teeth in 6 Foot Under. Yeah. I mean, he's really underrated in this movie. Look at this poster. Look how big their heads are compared to his.
Yeah. He's such a...
I mean, their heads are huge. But I mean, just Ben Foster's, I think he's the best in this movie, in my opinion.
He's almost always the best actor in every movie he's in, generally, because he's just a killer effortlessly. And he's a real artsy-fartsy type guy, and he's playing a hick from West Texas.
Yeah, he's a great actor, man. Very underrated.
It's actually shot in New Mexico, not Texas.
Okay.
K-Man
says that he loves Onward, and great music too in Onward. What's going on, Garrett? What's up, everyone? It's so killer watching someone hold up Onward wearing a Maniac shirt. Hey, that's what it's all about. That's why I like Brian so much.
Yeah.
Caveman says they have singing and dancing hamburgers and French fries, along with plastic miniatures of the Van Halen band members. He's talking about that John Cusack movie.
Oh yeah, he's talking about the Everybody Wants Some scene from Better Off Dead.
Better Off Dead.
Better Off Dead. Yep. I want my $2.
Yeah.
$2.
Hollow Note said good night to all. Caveman says Punisher with Ben Foster. Well, guys, thank y'all so much for being here. This is going to wrap up our first episode of our series. We don't have a date yet, but roughly about the same day and time in 2 weeks. We're going to do, what is it, y'all, 2010 to 2015, right?
2011, 2015.
11, 15, right?
Yeah.
Is it 11?
15.
Okay,
11.
my bad.
Yeah.
So,
11.
so 11 to 15 is going to be the next January 1st, 2011, December 31st, 2015. And and so like I said, I'm going to get to work on that, and I'm sure you guys will as well. And we'll be back with some more great picks.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
What do y'all
you
think?
guys got anything y'all need to say, or y'all want to talk about before we get out?
What do you think I think the standout movie was, of course, my number one, Hereditary.
Yeah, it was
Everybody-
Brad's number 5.
Yeah,
right?
Everybody picked that shit.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Listen, once everybody sees this movie, it's not even going to be close. They're going to be going crazy for this. People are going to be going,
Nobody
I'm
ever
gonna-
wanted it.
yeah. Yeah, Hereditary. It's all obviously was the.
Yeah, I think this stream. I'd be curious to see the next set of years if there's going to be
I'm
another standout that
surprised
everybody
that
picks.
everybody picked that movie.
Nah, that's what I wasn't, man. That's.
I'm
killer.
very pleased
I
that
mean,
they did. I'm
yeah.
very
Yeah.
pleased that they did.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
but guys, we'll see y'all here in a couple weeks. I'm sure we'll do something before then, but that's our next planned one anyway. But guys, thank y'all everybody for everybody getting together to plan this. It's been a blast.
Yep.
A lot of fun.
Looking forward to the next one.
So you guys take care. We'll see y'all on the next one.